start the ball game. That was a nice individual effort by Cale Cruz on that play. It was a very big play. Got a little muddy, didn't he? He's over here sporting his mud to the sideline crowd.
Oh, yeah.
Register takes a snap, toss sweep to the left side, got Kanias Williams on the carry, and Kanias is going to bounce his way all the way into the end zone, and Kanias Williams takes it 12 yards for the Wildcat score, and he was toe-tapping along the sideline there and did a nice job of keeping his feet in bounds. Kanias Williams with the Wildcat touchdown.
It was, man. Nice little pitch out here to the left side, and Kanias did the rest of the work. Yeah, he broke 2 or 3 tackles and just bulldozed his way into the end zone.
First coach has been blitzed here by the Wildcats. What was the Buccaneers? We've rated the Buccaneers here to start this ball.
We got Mr. Benny Fish going out here now. He can give us a little 2 bits.
Brock Boatwright hasn't had any problem with his footing, though, as he's nailed 2 extra points now. And what would Larry Birkin say about that?
Hey, come on, Kanias one more time.
Come on. 7:59 to go, first quarter. We're going to send it back to the station. The Wildcats have a 14-0 lead. We'll take a 1-minute timeout. You're listening to Wildcat Football on WFBB. Foster's General Contracting and Plumbing is located in Glen St. Mary, building trust with quality work and dependability. Wildcat Radio is happy to be partnered with Robbie Foster and Foster's General Contracting this year. Foster's General Contracting and Plumbing, your hometown full-service plumbing and general contracting company. We're here to serve all your new construction or remodeling needs, both residential and commercial. Do you have plumbing needs? We do service calls and offer free estimates for any repair, big or small. Call us anytime, 904-653-1136. That's Foster's General Contracting. You can also go online to fostersgeneralcontracting.com. Locally owned and operated and has proudly served Baker County since 2006. Let's go Wildcat.
What happened there? You see that flag?
And we welcome you back here to First Coast High School. The Wildcats of Baker County on the road facing the First Coast Buccaneers, and the Wildcats are off to a 14-0 lead. The first score came on a Chase Phillips touchdown throw from Hudson Register to Chase Phillips, 22 yards. And the second touchdown, a Kanias Williams 12-yard run a moment ago. And our defense stopped them and got a big punt block from Cale Cruz when they tried their first punt of the night. And here on the kickoff return, they got the football out to about the 20-yard line, but, Kyle, they're going to call us for a personal foul face mask on the tackle.
Yep. Well, hey, defense, let's see what you can do here. Get the ball again. Let's go.
What do you think of these City Connect uniforms that the Phillies have on? Oh, well, they went to a little break there. I'll get you to chime in on that in a minute. First down play, Mike Hill, the quarterback. He's in the shotgun. One back in the backfield with him. Hill looks to throw. He fires to the Wildcat sideline here. Had a receiver over here that slipped down, and the pass was short, so it's incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Chase Phillips on the coverage out here. It was pretty much a 3-yard hitch. He underthrew it. The guy slipped. Great coverage again by the Wildcat.
2nd down and 10 coming up. 7:47 to go, first quarter. Just underway from First Coast High School, but you couldn't ask for a better start for the Wildcats here tonight. What do you think? There you go. You get a good look at them. City Connect. These are the City Connect uniforms.
Oh, they're terrible.
You don't like those?
I don't.
Second down play, they're going to try to run it against these Cats, and that's not going to happen. Jeremiah Mitchell comes from this side, puts a hit on, and somebody came from the other side. And the Wildcats trying to avoid a penalty here after the play.
Looks like Jefferson down there arguing with a guy. There was a little bit of extracurricular activity going on there, Mike, but you're not going to run the ball in this Wildcat defense. I don't think anybody's going to run the ball in this Wildcat defense this year.
They haven't had any luck so far. That time they gave him a half yard, so it'll be 3rd down and close to 10 here as the clock runs early on this away game. I would say beautiful night for football. It's just not.
This is football weather, Mike.
It feels good, though. I was going to say it feels good out here. So I guess we're low 70s, I guess?
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Hill in the shotgun, takes the snap on 3rd down. He's under pressure. He's going to get hit as he throws it. and the ball is going to go over the outstretched arms of the receiver, incomplete on the far sideline, and the Wildcats had great pressure on the quarterback, forced him out of the pocket, trying to make a play, and we'll force them to punt one more time.
Yep, great stop again by the defense, man. Hey, give your offense the ball back. You're up 14-0 with 6 minutes left in the first quarter.
Rhett Roden's going to stay back there as the Wildcat punt returner tonight. Let's see if we can get some pressure on another punt. We blocked the first one. Cale Cruz got back there. I tell you what, it was picture perfect because he got there just in time and outstretched and made a nice block. This time he gets the punt off. It's end over end. Roden's going to watch it hit, and it'll come to a stop around the 23-yard line, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Cats from there.
Roden's lucky that ball. The field's wet. He should have caught that ball. He knows I'll tell him that too, but hey, you go up and catch that ball, Rhett. He's a young player. He's learning.
Yeah, he was watching it go end over end, and, you know, he's probably thinking there, don't make a mistake, so he just lets it hit, and you're right. Luckily, with the wet field, it just kind of came to an immediate stop. That's one of those that end over end normally is going to roll
inside the 10-yard line.
So the Cats will have it at the 23-yard line. Register's out there. No backs in the backfield this time. We're going to split Davion Dean to the near side and 4 receivers to the high side of the field. Register in the shotgun, calls for the football, looking to throw. Fires it out to the right, and the receiver fell down. And I thought he caught it at first, but he fell down, and it's incomplete. That play was well designed. It was going to have some blocking out in front of it, Kyle, and he just couldn't make the connection after he fell down.
Yeah, he was looking for Nick Williams out there. They had a little screen set up, but he just slipped. He slipped before the pass ever come out of Register's hand.
Second down play coming up for the Cats. 2nd down and 10. Now Kanias Williams back in the backfield for the Cats. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right, more pro-style set here for the Cats as Register gets set to go. The officials working out some issues with the ball placement there. Now Williams is going to get the fake handoff from Register, and Hudson has taken it up the middle, and Hudson's picking them up and putting them down. He's out across the 40 to the 45-yard line and out near midfield. Hudson Register, a 22-yard gain on that play, and he picked up big yardage up the middle, just a zone read fake to Williams, and Register called his own number and got a big carry.
Yeah, that's a great read by Register right there, man. It was a zone read. He read it, and he runs hard, Mike. When he gets going, he's hard to bring down.
Yeah, and, you know, it takes him just a second to get going, but once he gets going and gets through the hole there, nobody was going to pull him, and he's not getting tackled by one guy.
No, it's taking multiple guys to bring him down.
Hudson, big, strong kid, just a junior on this football team, and playing really well tonight.
Oh, Mike. Them uniforms the Phillies are wearing now, they are absolutely horrible.
Well, they started let's be fair here, all the major league teams went to what they call a City Connect uniform, and they wear them on Fridays. And so the Phillies, this is a Friday, so they're wearing the uniforms. And if you don't know what that is, you can just Google it. And I don't think they're great, but they say Philly across the chest, you know, hey. But guess what? We still have the best in the league on Thursdays when we wear those throwbacks.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're going to be the best at something.
And the Braves are only 9 games behind them.
I know. We keep falling back.
You don't mind that I've got the Phillies game over here to the right.
I do mind.
After the run by Register in the mid-quarter timeout, Register in the shotgun, takes a snap, firing one deep down the left sideline. He's looking for Davion Dean. The catch is made. Oh, and then he dropped the football. Oh, he had Davion Dean inside the 10, and Dean just couldn't come down with it. He had it in his hands, Kyle, and just dropped it.
Yeah, that was a pretty good play by the First Coast cornerback. I think he knocked it out. Dean went up, the guy come underneath him and knocked the ball loose. Now, Dean's hobbling to the sidelines. I hope he's okay.
Yeah, I hope he's okay, too. He called for a coach right there, and looked like he just gingerly maybe got the wind knocked out of him coming down there. I'm not sure. But almost a huge connection there between Register and Dean.
That's a great throw by Register, but a great play by the cornerback for First Coast.
Second down play, 2nd down and 10. Wildcats right at midfield, going to give it off on the jet sweep. No, Register fakes it to Chase Phillips on the jet sweep and going to take it up the middle for about 5 yards. So it'll be 3rd down and 5 coming up for this offense.
Yeah, big play right here on 3rd and 5. Let's see what the Wildcats do. It looked like that was a jet sweep he probably should have gave that time out, I think. He kept that one, but, hey, he got 5 yards. So
I was trying to read it from here myself, Kyle, and I thought he was going to give. But Register kept it. He's got 2 carries for 28 yards tonight so far.
I can't blame him for keeping it.
I'm not mad at him. Third down and 5. Wildcats might be in 4-down territory here. Let's see. 2 receivers to the left. Now Hudson Hodges comes to be the blocking back. Going to give it to Kanias Williams. Kanias is going to get hit at the 45-yard line, picks up a gain of 1 yard, so it'll be 4th and 4.
Now I think you're in position on the field from the 45. You're going for it here.
Well, the way the defense is playing right now, I mean, I say go for it.
And they're going fast.
Register with the hard count here, trying to get First Coast to jump into the neutral zone. 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Register straight drop, throws one over here to the left, and a catch is made past the first down marker, and it'll be a first down Wildcat. Let me check the number there. I got a 16. 16 is Robert Chick. Robert Chick with the catch. First down.
Nice catch, too, Mike. He had to pick it off his shoelaces. It was a low throw, and he goes down and makes a great catch for the first down.
And it was just enough. They needed 4 yards, and they got 5. So a nice throw and a nice catch, just trying to do just what they did and go past the first down marker for that Wildcat first down. Trying to come back to Chick on this sideline, and he tried to run before he had it in his hands there. It'll be incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Yep, a little screen to the left side here, and he just dropped it. Hey, I don't think it was going much. It wasn't going anywhere anyways, Mike.
2nd down and 10. 4:40 to go, first quarter. Cats on top, 14-0. Wildcats have scored twice on their first 2 possessions, and now 3rd possession of the night with the football. Wildcats faked the handoff, and they tackled the running back, and Hudson Register kept it, and he's running down the field, and the officials back here blowing the whistle dead.
What are they blowing dead?
And he got faked out. He didn't see that the quarterback had the football, Kyle. He blew the whistle back here after the running back got tackled.
Yeah, another great read by Register. I don't know what the white hat's doing down there, but
oh my gosh, how do you be the head official and miss that?
Yeah, we got 12 yards on the play. Great run, great read by Register. Right?
Coach is like, hey man, you gotta help us out there. 4:25 to go. Good read that time by Register. He's got about 42 yards rushing here in the first quarter, and he's got a couple of huge pass completions in this first quarter as well, one of them for a touchdown to Chase Phillips. Clock stopped as the Wildcats get set here. Register in the shotgun. Hudson's got a lot of that mud on him already here in this ball game.
Yeah, you can't even see the number 6 on the jersey.
No, those white jerseys. I hope we've got somebody with some good laundry detergent back at the sports office. What in the world happened here?
I got no idea. They're moving us back now.
So I think what he's going to say is when he blew the whistle, the play was dead. And
yeah, he's going to say that his eyes got fooled and he blew it dead.
I think what they're going to do here, Kyle, is replay the down, which is about as bad as you can do. He did. He got fooled, Kyle. He blew the whistle because you saw the running back get tackled in the backfield. Well, it was a great play fake, and Hudson ran that zone read to perfection, and Coach Mays is frustrated because you can't blow the whistle on that play.
Yeah, that's terrible. He's smiling over here, but there ain't many Wildcat fans smiling. Right?
No, I mean, people make mistakes, Kyle, and I think he's trying at least to tell the coach that, hey, I made a mistake, and I think the official was trying to own up to it, Kyle. But at the end of the day, he took a 15-yard run off the field.
It don't change what they took away.
2nd down and 10. Register in the gun. 4:20 to go in the quarter. Pass inside is going to be caught this time by Robert Chick. He's going back to Chick now. 3 passes in a row.
Yep.
And 2 of them complete, this one for about 6 yards.
Yep. Nice little slant by Chick. Nice throw by Register. He's looking good on these short intermediate throws right now.
Yeah, I like the way that Hudson's really commanding this football game here tonight. He looks like he's really coming into his own at that quarterback position. 3rd down play coming up, 3rd down and 4. Definitely 4-down territory here from the Cats from inside the 30-yard line. Register passes one down the right sideline, and he's got a man wide open. Touchdown, and I think that was Hudson Hodges on the catch. And that is a 31-yard touchdown pass from Hudson Register to Hudson Hodges.
Yep. another seam route. Hey, just opposite side of the field. Hudson Hodges is wide open down the seam, and Register hits him in the numbers again. A great throw and a great catch, and another Wildcat touchdown.
And first coach has got to be scratching their head over there about how these guys are getting so wide open. I mean, Hudson Hodges that time was 5 yards behind the closest defender.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of covers they're in, but they might want to change it. They must have a 3, but the seam's wide open.
The seam is wide open. Hudson Hodges pulled that one in for the Wildcat touchdown. I'm going to call it 31 yards. The ball was right around the 30 or 30 and a half. And Brock Boatwright drills the extra point, and the Cats are on top here in the first quarter. Get this, folks, 21-0. And one more time, what would Larry Birkin say about that?
Come on, Wildcat fans.
Just come on down to Birkin Chevrolet. We'll be back in a moment. We're going to take a 2-minute timeout here. 3:42 to go in the first quarter, and the Cats are on top, 21-0. We'll be back with more Wildcat football on WFBB.
You're listening to Wildcat Football on 97.5 FM WFBB. This radio station is a ministry of Glen Baptist Church in Glen, St. Mary, Florida. We're blessed to air Baker County Wildcat Football live each week, and it's our hope that you enjoy the program. We know that life is busy, work, school, football, running errands around, but in the midst of the busyness, we all need a church home that brings the stability upon which you can build your life. If you're looking for a church home where you can grow in Christ and community, we would love to invite you to worship with us every Sunday morning at 10:30 a.m. Check us out on our website at glenbaptist.org or on Facebook, where you can access church info and content and even watch worship services. At Glen, you get dynamic music, gospel-centered expository preaching, and a wonderful faith community. Come grow with us.
Tailored Healthcare Clinic right there in McClenny on South 5th Street. 259-5929 is the number. They offer primary care, traditional primary care services through the insurance, direct primary care memberships for an affordable monthly plan. They've got lots of different services they offer. Hormone replacements, one of the things they do, medical weight loss, aesthetic treatments, including Botox. Give them a call, 259-5929. And we welcome you back here to First Coast High School over here on the north side of Jacksonville, just down the road from the Jacksonville International Airport, as the Wildcats travel and do battle with the First Coast Buccaneers here on the road. And the Wildcats giving First Coast all they want right now. 21-0 Cats here in the first quarter. Quarterback Hill going to pass one out to the right side this time. They're going to get a first down. This is their first down of the night as the receiver gets across the 47-yard line. A little quick hitch that time, Kyle, and he got upfield.
Yeah, bubble screen, and like I said, the footing, which is going to be a problem all night. Kel Cruz again, I think he slipped a little, and that's, it's going to happen.
Denzel Brown is the senior wide receiver who made that catch, got upfield. That's the first down of the night for the Buccaneers.
Yeah, this Wildcat defense is, I think they figured out, Mike, they got to throw the ball. They're not going to run it at us, so we'll see how this secondary holds up.
I told you, Hill, he's a 6'3" senior quarterback. He throws the football very well.
He's a very thin kid, but he is tall.
Tall, left-handed guy. He's got a little bit of an arm on him, so we'll see. They go to the shotgun here, send the man in motion, coming across the middle. He's going to be fumble. Foot costs a fumble, and the Wildcats may have it. Now it's still on the field. The ball is going to be recovered by the Cats.
I got it, 20.
Hodges got it.
Hudson Hodges picks up the ball.
No, not Hudson. 21 is Owen Hodges.
Owen Hodges, I'm sorry.
Owen Hodges got it. That's the son of Jeremy Hodges. Got that fumble recovery. Nice job. That ball was on the field for a long time. I wasn't sure who was going to recover it, but I wasn't sure. I didn't get a number from the Wildcat, Kyle, but on that play, the running back came across on the jet sweep, or the receiver came across on the jet sweep, got the handoff. A Wildcat was there to disrupt it, and he caused the fumble, and the ball just kind of rolled the other way.
Yeah, I couldn't tell who it was. He was bobbling it from the get-go, and the ball just comes out. It did take us a while to get on it, but Owen Hodges jumps on the football.
They're going to call it an incomplete forward pass, Kyle.
Unbelievable, man.
And I didn't even see him actually toss the ball.
He didn't toss it. It was a handoff. He got bobbled up like a volleyball night. That's a terrible call.
They must have gave in to the coaching staff over there that begged for that one, because I'm telling you, he handed it to him. No, it wasn't.
Well, the announcer saying that was a forward pitch. No, it was a bobbled handoff.
2:44 to go here in the first quarter. First Coast gets it back. They're going to call it an incomplete pass, and on second down, the Wildcats say nothing doing there as the tackle is made right at the line of scrimmage. Seth Chestnut's having a good ball game.
Yeah, he looks like a bullet shooting through the gaps right now. They can't block Seth Chestnut tonight.
And he's got a bunch of mud on his uniform. You can tell the guys who are getting after it, Kyle. You see them, those white jerseys are stained.
You go home with a clean jersey tonight, you know you didn't do anything.
Third down and 10 now. Buccaneers with the football, close to midfield at the 46-yard line. They've only got one first down here in the first half tonight. Cats' defense has really played well, and the offense is getting it done as well. Under 2 minutes to go in the quarter. Hill going to try to throw a little screen pass here. Got it set, and he's going to get down to the Wildcat 46-yard line, about 2 yards short of the first down.
I think they're in go for it. They're at the in field position right here. They're probably going to go for this. No, they're not. They're punting. Down 21-0.
Well, I tell you, they had 4th and 10. They ran a little middle screen that time. They picked up I'd say they picked up 6 yards. I thought they had more than that. I thought it was 4th and 2, but it's actually closer to 4th and 4, so they're actually going to punt it away here. But watch the fake. Watch them trying to get you to jump off sides. We got a guy over there that's about to line up off sides.
He is off sides.
And they didn't throw the flag. I can't believe that. Rhett Roden's going to watch this one hit, and he's going to go back and get it, and he stops it from rolling about the 8-yard line. Roden trying to run it back. Roden going to get tackled right there at the 8-yard line.
Yeah, Roden's got an arm to come up and catch that in the air. It's harder to pick up the ball bouncing towards you than it is to catch the ball in the air. I mean, hey, he's a young guy. He's a sophomore.
Right.
He'll figure it out. I'm sure the coaches are telling him on the sideline.
Yeah, it's one of those things, man. Once that thing starts rolling, and then once you get your footing set and everything else, you've given those guys time to get down on you. So if you catch it in the air, you can beat them to the punch somewhat and stop the ball from rolling.
Yeah, that rolling's the bad part.
That's the bad part.
So we're inside our own 10 here. Looks like the 7 or 8-yard line.
First and 10, register in the gun. Wildcats up 21-0. A minute to go in the first quarter. Register is going to give this one to Kanias Williams, and the Wildcats will be content to run it up the middle here. Probably going to maybe run a little bit on this drive and try to see if we can run the clock on this first half. I'd love to see it get to 35, wouldn't you, Kyle?
Me too. A running clock would be nice.
Second down, and we'll call it 9. Give Williams 1 yard on that previous play. So
looks like Davion Dean was injured on that long pass. He's over here on the sidelines now. He went to the locker room. He's come back out now. He's getting checked out on the sidelines. I hope he's okay.
Yeah, he just looked a little uncomfortable when he came back. It looked like he was all right. Just something was bothering him. So they're working on him over here. Looks like he's not in any real pain or anything. The Wildcats set up a screen of our own.
Didn't block it.
Coming out from the 10-yard line. Not much blocking, but a couple of yard pickup there on the screen pass, and it'll be third down and about 6.
Yeah, we tried to set up a screen. The cornerback come in and blew it up.
Yeah, he came. I think that was Nick Williams on the screen, and that's going to be the last play of the first quarter. So the Wildcats will face a third down and 6 when we come back from the mid-quarter timeout here. The Wildcats, after 1 quarter of play, a 21-0 lead over the Buccaneers of First Coast High School. So we're going to take a 1-minute timeout. We'll be back here. You're listening to Wildcat Football on WFBB.
Have you ever thought about cleaning out your garage or wonder what you need to do with all those aluminum cans or scrap metal you've got laying around in the backyard? Well, look no further. You just need to load it up and head to American Recycling. Tim Hughes owns and operates American Recycling on Woodlawn Road in McClenny, Florida. They're open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and on the second and fourth Saturdays of every month from 9 a.m. to noon. Stop by and see Tim and maybe even cash in on that stuff you've got laying around. Tim and American Recycling say, go Wildcat. Baker County Farm Bureau wants to wish the Baker County Wildcats much success this football season. Baker County Farm Bureau, specializing in auto insurance, homeowners insurance, along with life insurance. To get started with Farm Bureau, contact Jack Baker or Justin Webb at 259-6332. That's 259-6332.
we welcome you back here to First Coast High School. The Wildcats are going to have to punt it away after we don't convert on third down. Register was scrambling there, trying to make a play, threw it out of bounds at the last minute to avoid the sack. Nice play by Register just to avoid getting the sack there inside the 10, but nobody got open on that play, Kyle.
No, he was running around. He did the best he could to keep the play going. Nobody was open down the field.
Good punt coming out of there from Brock Boatwright. It goes all the way past midfield, and the return man had to come and catch an over-the-shoulder catch, and he's going to get corralled by the Wildcats right around midfield, and a flag came down. You would expect some kind of block in the back after you see a flag come flying like that, so we'll check the flag in just a moment. But a great punt from Boatwright out of our own end zone. That thing, he punted it out of the end zone, Kyle, and he made an over-the-shoulder catch at the 45. It was at least 55 yards in the air.
Yeah, Boatwright's got a leg, man. He's one of the pleasant surprises of this team. I'm telling you, he kicks field goals, he punts, he can do it all. Taz Kinghorn was on the tackle there. Great special teams tackle by him.
Good job by Kinghorn, and now First Coast will be set up first down and 10 at the Wildcats 48. I guess they waved the flag off.
Of course.
I have to talk to Coach Mays and see if he can get us an answer on whether that was really a forward pitch earlier or not.
No,
I don't think so.
Absolutely not. It was a handoff that bobbled up, looked like a pitch.
It sure did. It's going to be first down and 10, First Coast. They're at the Wildcat 48-yard line to start this drive. They trail the Cats 21-0 here in the first half of play. Quarterback Hill takes the snap, rolling to his left, and it's going to be thrown, and the Wildcats had it covered extremely well, and the pass falls incomplete. Kel Cruz was over there.
Yeah, Mike Landers was that corner out here, man. If he reads that a little bit quicker, he takes that to the house. It's a pick six, man.
Little spin move in the backfield that time. Hill just little misdirection, trying to get the Wildcats off balance somewhat, Kyle. They just haven't been able to stem the tide on this rush defense that we've got up front.
No, and we're not having to bring pressure neither, Mike. We're doing it with a straight four-man front, which is very impressive for the Wildcat defense.
And that's what you want. You know, as a defensive coach, if you can get pressure with the four guys, and you've got seven more guys and run your scheme, and that leads to a good defensive game, which is what's happened so far, 21-0 Cats. Hill, straight drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep down the right sideline. Pretty pass down there, and the receiver goes up to make the catch on the far sideline, and it's going to be incomplete.
Yep, he called it. He was out of bounds. Nice coverage by Chase Phillips on the sideline down there. He just ran out of room. It was a great throw, but great coverage on the Wildcats right there. Chase Phillips, great coverage, man.
I told you this, Mike Hill. I was watching him in pregame warm-ups, the left-handed quarterback. He throws the ball very well.
Yeah, he does. He's a big kid. I'm assuming he's probably a senior. Long hair. He's got like 6'3". He's got Trevor Lawrence hair.
Yeah, 6'3" senior quarterback. I told you that earlier. I guess your listening skills with me tonight are not very good.
No, I can't remember everything.
Third down play coming up. Third down from the 48-yard line. Mike Hill in the shotgun. Mike Hill takes the snap. Straight drop. He's under pressure. He's going to get sacked in the backfield. Looked like the captain for tonight, Jeremiah Mitchell, maybe. No, that's 21, Owen Hodges on the tackle.
Yeah, Owen Hodges is having himself a nice game. He's caught a touchdown. He's got a sack of the quarterback right now.
Just under 11 minutes to go here in the first half. The Wildcats 21-0. We're going to get the football back. Let's see if Rhett Roden's been listening to us, Kyle, and see if he goes back and catches this punt.
If he don't catch this one, he's going to catch it. They're moving him.
They're going to trade spots here.
Yeah,
Chase Phillips is going to go back. Well, let's see if Phillips comes up and makes the catch. He's awful far back. But a nice punt there, end over end. Phillips will catch this one at the 12-yard line, comes back upfield. He's across the 20. Chase Phillips, a good return here all the way out across the 25-yard line, close to the 30. And the Cats will have it first down and 10, close to the 30-yard line.
They got helmets flying off on the sideline, Mike. Yeah, nice job by Chase Phillips. Come up and catch the ball, though, and advance it 10 or 15 yards.
That's all we want to see, ain't it?
That's it. I'll get with Red about that this week. Don't worry.
First down and 10, Cats. 10.5 minutes to go in the first half here tonight.
21-0 Wildcats with 10 minutes and 30 seconds left.
Hudson Register has 2 touchdown passes here in the first half, and Kanias Williams has a touchdown run. Chase Phillips and Hudson Hodges, the 2 touchdown catches. Straight give up the middle, and the Wildcats have a big hole. There he goes, 50 to the 45, and Kennedy takes it across 50, and the referee on this side went down.
Yeah, Keyshawn Kennedy, man, he hit the hole, and he broke it for about 20 yards.
Good run by number 4 Kennedy. His first carry of the night. Be first down and 10 for the Cats. Maybe we can put together another scoring drive here from the 43-yard line of First Coast. They got a guy lined up off sides right here, Kyle.
Yeah, they missed it.
Handoff up the middle. That play is going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage. They blow the whistles, and Kennedy comes out of there.
That referee's having a hard time. He's failed twice in a row here now.
I tell you what, they're blowing the whistle quick tonight. But he doesn't seem to have any remorse for it. He just keeps on moving, smiling. Second down and 9 now. Give Kennedy a yard on that last play. 9.5 to go first quarter. And live First Coast High School. Early start tonight, 6:30. That's a Duval County thing. They start the games a little bit earlier. Pass to the left side. Hudson Hodges makes the catch, and he advances upfield inside the 40 down to around the 38-yard line.
Yeah, we're looking at a 3rd and 6 right now. Nice little hitch, 3-yard hitch right there from Register to Hodges.
Third down play, the Wildcats here. Get a couple of yards on third down. You can think about going for it on fourth down. We need about 5.5.
I'd look for the Register to keep right here, Mike.
All right, third down play, 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. And you're right, but he tosses it. He faked the handoff inside, then tosses to Hudson Hodges running to the left side. Little toss sweep out there for Hodges, and he's close to the first down.
Yeah, he's got it. They're moving and changing. Great play right there. Little option right there. Register keeps it and then pitches it to Hodges for the first down.
Nice job by running that offense that time for Hudson Register. I'll tell you, that was an impressive little play, the way that they pulled that off. He faked his own read inside, then toss sweep out to the outside. This time, Register will call his own number, fakes the handoff inside, and Register's going to fight for yardage going down the left sideline, and a flag comes in near the end of the play. He picked up about 6 yards on the play, but we're going to see what this flag is.
It's going to be holding on the Wildcats, Mike. I don't know who they got, but I can see the referee over there now.
A lot to talk about during our Baker County Farm Bureau halftime report tonight, Kyle. On college football we'll talk about. The NFL started this past weekend.
I'm glad it started. I'm not very excited about the college football, Mike.
Well, it's been a tough start to the year for both of our teams.
It has. And then the Hurricanes are actually doing good, so we got to listen to them guys come out the closets. And the Bulldogs are what they are. I mean, they're good again. So
yeah, and Hurricane fans, you don't even know who they are until they have something going on. And then I was this is funny now. Out in Baker County, I was driving through Sanderson. Not Sanderson. I was driving through Old Lusty. Might have been this morning. I took a little drive out to Osceola this morning just to see what everything was looking like, and I passed a yard out there in Old Lusty. Kyle had a flag flying with a Seminole flag and a Miami Hurricane flag on the same flagpole.
Really?
Now, how do you get away with doing that?
That guy was confused.
I mean, no, he's not. He's obviously just a Gator hater, right? Yeah. But I mean, a Seminole flag and a Hurricane flag. Now, I don't know if in Baker County I've ever seen a Hurricane flag. Have you?
They've been hid for a while now. They're bringing them out of the closet.
I've seen plenty of Gator flags. I've seen plenty of Seminole flags. And here in the last, 5 years, a lot of Bulldog flags.
Oh, yeah. They was quiet from, 1980 to...
Yeah, I mean, it was
a long time.
When Spurrier came in 90, they were quiet for a long time.
They're good at talking about it.
Oh, my goodness.
They have saved
They saved it for a long time. You got that right. We'll talk about all that college football at halftime and look forward to that. Register's going to drop the throw here, and he's going to be hit in the backfield. We had a guy over here wide open. I just don't think he saw him.
He did. Nate was wide open, which was Nick Williams down the side. No, Hudson Hodges down the sideline was wide. Nobody covered him. Hudson Register didn't see him.
He didn't see him until the last second probably, and then had to take the sack. Second down and 14 now. Cats scored 21 in the first quarter tonight. We haven't scored in the second quarter, but inside First Coast territory here at the 37-yard line, trying to keep this drive alive.
We got a second and 15.
Second down, 15. Register, straight drop. Set up the screen. They've got it set up inside to Kennedy, but the pass a little high and it'll be incomplete. It'll be third down.
Yeah, that was dangerous. And that's off the top of Kennedy's hands. It could have been picked off.
Yeah, anytime you're running that screen and you got a lot of people in the middle there congested and you get a bingo, anybody could come down with that thing.
I'd look for the seam again here. They hadn't covered it all night, Mike. You're 3rd and 15. Let's see if it's open again.
Clock stopped at 7:42 to go in the half. Register, straight drop, looking to throw. Now he's going to get hit from behind, and Hudson Register got a couple of yards on the play to get it to 4th and 12, but unfortunately that's going to be a situation where the Cats are going to have to think about a punt or a field goal here.
Yeah, they covered it up. First coach covered it up well. Everybody was covered downfield. Register held on it as long as he could, and he just basically ran for 3 yards and got tackled.
Going to send Boatwright into punt. This is our first punt of the night, Kyle.
No, we boomed.
Oh, we did, yeah. Boatwright did punt one other time. You're right. Second punt of the night for Boatwright.
Let's see if we can pin them deep here.
Punts, a high end-over-end punt. It's going to take a Wildcat roll down inside the 15-yard line, and they'll down it around the 12. So good job by Boatwright. Pins them inside their own 15-yard line. And they'll have the football with 6:54 to go in the first half here, a Wildcat 21-0 lead. You going to put in an order for us for some halftime food here? I like it. All right, 6:54 to go in the half. As I mentioned, we'll have our Baker County Farm Bureau halftime report coming up at the break. Stay with us. Stay with us and listen to us as we get set to talk about some college football stuff, some NFL stuff. We'll talk about our high school schedule, the Wildcat schedule. The Wildcat schedule, the way it worked out with the game that we had to postpone last week, gets interesting after next week. I'll talk about that some at halftime and what these Cats need to do to continue this positive momentum. So far, so good here tonight.
Yeah, it's the first time they broke one up the middle on us there, Mike, for about 10 or 11 yards. We had a missed tackle. I couldn't tell who it was.
Just a straight handoff for First Coast there to the running back. That's number 21. 21 is Justin Virginia. His last name is Virginia.
That's nice.
I don't know if I've ever seen anybody with a last name Virginia. First down and 10 from the 23 now for First Coast. They picked up a couple of first downs here in the first half, but the Wildcat defense has been pretty stingy. 6.5 to go, a very high snap to Hill, and he's going to get hit in the backfield. The ball's still on the ground, and First Coast might have scrambled over there to get it back, but it'll be a long situation after they lose some yards on that play.
Yeah, it was a high snap, and it was batted around. It looks like they knocked it out of bounds on our sideline over there.
So it'll be 2nd down and 12 after they lose a couple of yards on the play. Dangerous again. We've had a couple of those situations for First Coast where the ball's been on the ground. We actually recovered one, but they called it an incomplete forward pass on a jet sweep, which we still aren't sure if that was right.
Well, they got 4 wide over here on our sideline. So they're 5 wide.
Hill in the shotgun here.
No, different quarterback, Mike.
New quarterback in there. I'll check the number. 4 receivers to the near side. They're going to send one receiver in motion. The snap goes over his head, and he's going to have to fall on it back there inside the 10-yard line. And the Wildcats had a player there just in case he got up and tried to run with that thing. It was not going to happen, and this is going to be a long 3rd down situation for First Coast.
Yep, another bad snap. That's 2 in a row. They better get that fixed quick, or it could leave for a long night.
3rd down and 25 coming up for First Coast. The ball is all the way back to the 8-yard line. And the Cats now, you can just rush 3 here and send everybody else back and prevent the first down. I think you'd be all right.
Yep.
What you think?
Keep everything in front of you, Mike.
That's right.
Nobody gets behind you here.
I have to check the number on the new quarterback.
No, they got the other number. Your guy, Mike Hill's back in the game.
Yep. Number 2, Hill, back there. He's got 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. One back in the backfield now. He goes in motion. 3rd down. The Wildcats all over, and that's going to be a safety. Sack in the end zone, and that should be a Wildcat safety here. Who got him, Kyle?
14. That's going to be Jeremiah Mitchell, man.
Captain of tonight's ball game. Case Foster and Jeremiah Mitchell, tonight's captains, meet in the end zone, and the quarterback goes for a safety, and it's going to be 23-0 Wildcats, and we'll get the football back.
Yeah, great play by the Wildcat defense, man. They're not having to do anything special. They're rushing forward, and they're killing the offensive line of First Coast right now.
Hadn't seen the sack safety in a while. Good to see that show up tonight.
23-0 Wildcats with 5 minutes left in the first half.
Kyle, any college football game you got your eye on tomorrow?
No, not really, man. I'm kind of college footballed out. But Florida State plays Memphis if anybody wants to watch it at 12. But, no, my little boy, my oldest boy, or my second oldest boy is playing baseball tomorrow. That's where I'm going to be at.
I bet that ain't happening. But
it may get rained out.
Where's that supposed to be at?
It's to be at Trinity High School. Let's see.
Have you asked them what that field looks like over there?
I haven't. I have not. I hope they play because I really don't want to watch college football.
Now, what kind of, is that a tournament? Is that a one-field tournament?
No, it is. It's a two-field tournament. They got two fields.
Okay, 2 fields at Trinity. All right. Wildcats, Nick Williams is going to go back to get the punt here. He comes back up from the 35 to the 40. Nick Williams out to the 45-yard line, and that's where the Wildcats will start, first down and 10 after the punt, after the safety. So 23-0 Cats. We're going to get the football here with 4:59 to go in the first half. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure if Trinity's got good drainage over there, who knows? But I mean, there's been a lot of rain this week.
Yeah, they have been, man. That's we've been practicing, but they got a little indoor batting cage. That's the only thing we've been hitting. I don't know if we can field a ground ball or not, Mike. We ain't been able to field one.
Haven't been a fielding practice going on. Same thing for my son. They've had inside batting cage work all week long just because of the fact that there's water all over the place.
They are. I'm hoping it stops, but hey, who knows? Yeah, timeout on the field. It looks like.
Yeah, I think they called a delayed mid-quarter timeout here.
Water break.
Yeah, they let it get past the 5-minute mark. The Cats are going to come out here on offense and have it at the 46-yard line. I was surprised you didn't have any game on your mind at all. That Florida State-Memphis game is kind of intriguing. Here's the intriguing thing for me. Do you think they'll have more than 40,000 fans over there?
Well, Mike, our stadium's getting kind of renovated right now. So we might. I mean, it's cut us down from 70 to 40 anyway. So
I noticed that in the game that was on at nighttime that you don't want to talk about.
No, I guess it's going to be that's a good year to have the stadium getting redone if you're as bad as we are. But that's Georgia's got Kentucky tomorrow. Right?
Kentucky, but Kentucky looked terrible.
They got killed by South Carolina.
Oh, man, they look bad. Now, South Carolina's got a game. They got LSU. We'll talk about that one a little bit later on. 2nd down and 10, Cats. They've got the ball at the 46-yard line. Register takes the snap, and they just had a fumble between them. Kennedy trying to get it, and he's going to run it out there back to the line of scrimmage, but that play was busted from the beginning. The snap, they just couldn't corral it.
Yeah, I think the snap was late, Mike, and then we're moving, and then we get it, and it tips up by the quarterback, and then tipped up, and Kennedy finally catches it, but it looks like we didn't. We're back to the line of scrimmage.
I mean, as well-oiled and perfect as the offense played in that first quarter, they've been equally as sloppy here in the second quarter.
Yeah, they have, Mike. We hit them 2 big plays, and then it's kind of slowed down for us on offense.
3rd down play. 3rd down, the Cats need 10. Need to get it to the 44 of First Coast. Register. Straight drop. Looking to throw. He's the ball just kind of slipped out of his hands, and they're going to say it's going to be intercepted right there at the 47-yard line of the Cats, and I don't know what happened there. Looked like the ball just slipped out.
Yeah, I don't think nobody touched him. I think he went to throw it, Mike, and it just slipped out and popped in the air, and they picked it off at the line of scrimmage.
And you'd have to go back and watch a replay to see if he really caught that. He made a diving catch there.
Yeah, a defensive lineman too. So
I'm gonna tell you that ball probably touched turf, but they give him the interception there at the 47-yard line. And the Wildcats are going to have to stop them again here before halftime. 23-0 Cats, though. We're in good shape.
Yeah, 3 minutes, 46 seconds left in the first half.
Kyle, at halftime, we're also, one thing that I like to do as we get down toward October is I like to give a little baseball playoff postseason update. We'll do that at halftime, too. Run and play here again for number 21. That's the same guy I mentioned earlier, Justin Virginia. And he's going to pick up big yardage down there inside the Wildcat 35 down to the 33.
Yeah, that's what you don't want to see, Mike. That's 2 big runs they broke up the middle right now. We got to shore that up.
3:22 to go in the first half, and you're right, Virginia, the last 2 times he's touched the ball has gotten pretty good yardage. This time they fumble the football, and Hill's got to go back and just cover it. And that's been the story of the night for these First Coast Buccaneers. They'll get a play here in the second quarter anyway. They'll get a play, and then they go backwards.
Yeah, they're having a lot of trouble with the snap right now, Mike. It's high, it's sideways, it's low. You don't ever know where it's coming.
Yeah. How do you slide it off the base?
I'm not real sure. I don't know how. It's probably the uniform they're wearing.
Well, look at this. He just slid all the way off the base. Had the base stolen. 2:43 to go, first half. 23-0 Cats. They've got 3 touchdowns, 3 extra points, and a safety. Defense came through with a big sack safety on that last possession. And now First Coast facing a 2nd down and 18. 2nd down and 18 from the Wildcat 42-yard line. Mike Hill, the quarterback, straight drop. He's going to get sacked. Wildcats all over him in the backfield. Give me a number there. Is that Phillip Jackson? Got to be Phillip Jackson, number 9. What a great play by Jackson. He just kind of spun around the tackle there and got inside, and the quarterback had no chance.
No, that's great pressure. That's another we're not blitzing at all, Mike. That's just a straight four-man front pressure, and our defensive line is just whipping their offensive line right now. Minute 56, clock running, and First Coast not in a hurry to do anything right now.
No, they're not in a hurry to do anything, and you're right. It's one of those situations. I tell you what, though, I'm glad we brought this tent. I know it's not pouring down rain right now, but it's still a little wet out there. I see some guys with ponchos.
Yeah, you got us a good little setup over there, Mike.
Yeah, we did. Well, it's a little pre-planning.
It's not the hometown setup, but it's close enough.
3rd down play, they run a little quick hitch out here on the Wildcat sideline, and it's going to pick up a yard, maybe 2, and the receiver gets turned around. It'll be 4th down and very long for First Coast.
Wildcats are going to take a timeout here. They're not stopping the clock. I'm not real sure why. We should have a minute 20 on the clock. There's a minute 07.
They're still running the clock all the way down to 1:06. They should put about 20 seconds back on the clock. We wanted to try to do something with the ball here before halftime, but I don't know. Kyle, looking ahead on the Wildcat schedule, next week we'll be back at home. It would be the 5th game of the year, but we had that Ponte Vedra game postponed a week ago, so Wildcats will face Baldwin at home next week. And believe it or not, Kyle, it's already homecoming.
It's homecoming. I was thinking today, man, it's kind of early for homecoming. I guess we got a long road stretch after that.
Well, that's what I was going to fill you in on at the break, but I'll give you a little preview. Yeah, after this week at home against Baldwin for homecoming, the Wildcats are going to be on the road 4 weeks in a row. And a couple of those trips, Kyle, are going to be a long little ride. We're going to have a ride to Tallahassee Godby. Then we'll take a ride to Ponte Vedra. So we'll go west, then we'll come back east, and then we'll go west again to Sewanee, and then we'll go south as we go to Satellite, which is down around Merritt Island down that way. So 4 weeks in a row, we're going to have some road trips. You ready for that?
I'm ready. You got new tires on your truck?
New enough.
It'll get us there, huh?
Oh, we'll get there. We'll get there. We got chauffeured over here tonight. Jackie Baker, our buddy Jackie, he drove us over here, and then he's down on the sideline.
Yeah, he's being a coach again tonight down there, it looks like. Or trying to be.
4th down now. They're going to punt it away. We're going to send Chase Phillips back. He's going to stand around our 10-yard line. The punt's a high one. Chase Phillips is going to get under it, and he's going to secure the catch at the 9. Phillips passes the 10, and he's going to, his arm came down about the 12-yard line. They're going to call him down right there.
We'll probably be careful here inside our 12 and take it into halftime, I would think, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, you got a minute and 3 seconds on the clock. We've got halftime coming up.
2 timeouts. So we'll see how risky we get right here.
You got a 23-0 lead, so
we got some good hamburgers and a diet Pepsi and a water up here, Mike.
Yeah, we got to give a shout-out to our buddy there, Hunter Noblet, that went down there and got that for us.
Yep, he did. That's very nice of him.
After this play, I want to do another little quick shout-out here while we've got a good listening audience here in the first half. Going to hand it off here inside of Canias Williams. Picks up a couple, clocks running. Hey, Kyle, Muncie Contracting, LLC is your local choice for all your roofing and contractor needs. As a proud Baker County Wildcat sponsor, Muncie Contracting offers free estimates, including but not limited to roofing repairs, replacements for shingle and metal roofs, and they do pole barns. Did I mention pole barns to you, Kyle?
Joe Muncie does a little bit of all of it.
He does. Muncie Contracting LLC is the hometown name you can trust. Call Joe Muncie at 904-631-0720 or at the office 259-2791. That's Muncie Contracting, and we appreciate Joe Muncie being along as a Wildcat sponsor this year.
Yes, we do. Y'all give Joe Muncie a call. I know him good. He's a great guy.
39 seconds to go in the half now, and the Wildcats did pick up a first down while I was telling you about Muncie Contracting. And so the Wildcats will have it first down, and you see that. 94-mile-an-hour paint on the inside, and Pete Alonso. Now, I hate that for Pete because he's a Florida Gator, you know, Kyle, but when he's playing the Phillies, you see that?
Yeah. Well,
sit down.
Gone.
Aaron Nola. You know, Aaron Nola is a Louisiana guy.
Is that battery going to die anytime soon?
No, man.
Oh, it's fully charged?
It's, what do you want to know, 85% on that thing.
Great.
It's got a good picture, though, doesn't it?
It does.
Now, I'm going to set the scene here and let folks know why we're watching this tonight at halftime. Stay with us for our Farm Bureau halftime break. Let's see if the Wildcats can get another score here in the first half. Register going to fire one out to the right side. Rhett Roden's got to catch. Rhett Roden along the sideline, tap dancing, gets out near the 40-yard line, and 41-yard line gets out of bounds. 33 seconds still on the clock.
Well, I think we still have 2 timeouts, not?
Second catch of the night for Roden. I think we at least have one for sure.
Let's see if we try to hit the seam here.
Register in the gun. Second down and a short 4. Time is the issue now for the Cats. Throws one deep down the sideline. He's got Hudson Hodges in here, and Hudson Hodges got his feet tangled up there, and he was a little turned around and couldn't quite bring it in.
Hit him right in the hands, Mike. Right in the hands, man. Hudson, he'd like to have that one back, I'm sure. Great throw by Register right there. Up the seam. The middle's been open all night long.
Yeah, I think with all things being equal, Hudson Hodges catches that 10 out of 10 times. But he got a little turned around, and he was trying to get himself repositioned and make the catch. You're right, though. It hit him in the hands, and he would tell you that he should have caught that. But a good throw again by Hudson Register.
Yeah, Register's had a good night.
Yeah, because secretly or quietly, Hudson Hodges is becoming quite a weapon for this team in the third game of the year.
He does a little bit of it all, man.
He really does. Third down play now, 3rd down and 4. Register calls for it, gives it straight ahead. The Wildcats are going to push forward for the first down. It's going to be across the 45, 46-yard line, so the clock's going to stop for a moment with 22, but the Wildcats have to hurry. We might be out of timeouts, Kyle.
We should have one.
Register calls for the snap. Run and hurry up here. Register rolling to his left. He's going to get hit as he throws it, but gets it off, and he's got a wide-open receiver down there at the 10-yard line. Catch is made by Chase Phillips, and now the clock's going to stop with 9 seconds.
We got to spike it.
Hurry and spike this thing because they're going to place it down, but the chains are not there yet, so they can't mark the ball for play yet. So we should have time to spike this thing and throw one to the end zone, perhaps.
Yeah, we don't have any timeouts, Mike, before spiking it.
There you go. We snapped the ball, and the ball is spiked, and it's at the 8-yard line. A beautiful throw by Register, and he threw that thing just as he got hit.
Yeah, he threw it off his back foot, rolling to his left, and I bet he threw it 50 yards, Mike.
I mean, at least he threw it from the 45-yard line over there all the way down to the 8. So I'd say, what was that, 45 plus 3 or 2? 47 yards.
There you go.
I'm trying to do math in my head.
Great play by Register.
So now the ball's still, there's still 9.9 on the clock, so we were able to spike it, so it'll be second down from the 8-yard line. Register looking to throw one middle, and it's going to be incomplete.
He had Phillips open there, man. He just got a little too much pressure from the middle.
Incomplete pass, and they ran the clock another 3 seconds. My goodness, all the way down to 5 seconds to go. So we'll have at least time for one more play here.
See what they do here. Throw something quick and maybe time to kick the field goal if you don't score here, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, if you throw it quick, but if they wouldn't have ran the extra 3 seconds off the clock right there, because that play didn't take long at all to run.
No, you better get rid of it real quick. You hold it any time here, you're going to run out of time, not get any points out of it.
Third down here, third down. Register is going to throw one, but he's taking some time. It's going to be thrown to the end zone, and it's going to be out of the back of the end zone, and that's going to kill the clock, and that's going to do it. it took a little too long to run that play, and the Cats are going to take a 23-0 lead to the locker room. They really wanted to get some points there.
Yeah, that's something the Redshirt's got to learn, man. You got 5 seconds on the clock. You got to have one look right there and either get rid of it or not. Yeah, save time for the field goal or not. But hey, he's a junior, but he's not played much quarterback, man. But he's growing every minute.
Yeah, he's doing a good. Hudson had a great first quarter tonight. Played a great first half. And you're right, though. On that look right there, the quarterback's got to look, see if he's got an open guy. If he doesn't, throw it out of the back of the end zone. You got one more play.
Yep.
Kick the field goal or try for the touchdown. But either way, the Cats 23-0 with the lead. Take that lead to the locker room, and so far so good. Good night for the Cats here.
Yep, let's keep it up.
Defensively, we've held First Coast to just a handful of first downs, and Coach May is going out there to talk to them about these clock management things out there.
I'm sure he's talking about a lot of stuff, Matt.
Yeah, they had a couple of flags, a couple of situations, and he's just like, you got to.
I ain't real sure they had a flag all night.
Yeah, I'm sure the message here is, listen, I understand we're winning, but you got to help us out, guys. We're working on things here. We're trying to continue our momentum, and you can't,
The official's been less than part of that.
Yeah, and you're right. I saw at least 2 guys that lined up off sides for them. They never had a flag. So, interesting stuff. But either way, the Cats are going to take it to the locker room. It's a 23-0 lead. So we're going to take about a 5-minute break here on WFBB. And when we come back, we're going to have our Baker County Farm Bureau halftime report right here from First Coast High School. So stay with us. 23-0 Wildcats. You're listening to Wildcat Football on WFBB.
Hi, this is Larry Berkins of Berkins Chevrolet in McClenny. It is truly an honor to help make these Wildcat radio broadcasts possible. Berkins Chevrolet with sales and service 6 days a week. Cars, trucks, SUVs, certified used cars. We help customers establish or reestablish credit. Thank you, Wildcat fans. From Larry Berkins at Berkins Chevrolet, US 90 in the heart of McClenny.
Online at BerkinsChevy.com.
For over 50 years, Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning has been serving the community of McClenny. They provide quality air conditioning, HVAC, and electrical work to the residents of McClenny and the surrounding areas. The phone number for Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning is 259-6546. Oscar and Susie Gray would like to say, go Wildcats. Again, that's Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning, 259-6546.
Dual State Real Estate is a proud supporter of Wildcat football. We offer home and land sales as well as property management in Florida and Georgia. Come in for a free consultation and we'll show you how to get up to 16% more for your property. Mention this ad and we'll give you free buyer representation. Don't hesitate. Call Dual State, owned and operated by Sabrina Thrift. Call us today at 904-397-0263 or check us out at dualstaterealestate.com. We'll give you service you deserve from people you can trust. And at Dual State Real Estate, we are always Wildcat proud.
Did you know that walking just 10,000 steps a day helps keep you healthy? And it's easy. 20 minutes of grocery shopping is 1,600 steps. Daily housework is 270. Taking a half-hour walk during lunch, around 4,000 steps. You can see how this adds up. 10,000 steps will find you a healthy weight and even reduce your risk of heart disease, diabetes, and stroke. Feeling healthier starts with the first step. A message from the Florida Department of Health.
Foster's General Contracting and Plumbing is located in Glen St. Mary, building trust with quality work and dependability. Wildcat Radio is happy to be partnered with Robbie Foster and Foster's General Contracting this year. Foster's General Contracting and Plumbing, your hometown full-service plumbing and general contracting company. We're here to serve all your new construction or remodeling needs, both residential and commercial. Do you have plumbing needs? We do service calls and offer free estimates for any repair, big or small. Call us anytime, 904-653-1136. That's Foster's General Contracting. You can also go online to fostersgeneralcontracting.com. Locally owned and operated and has proudly served Baker County since 2006. Let's go Wildcats.
You're listening to Wildcat Football on 97.5 FM WFBB. This radio station is a ministry of Glen Baptist Church in Glen St. Mary, Florida. We're blessed to air Baker County Wildcat Football live each week, and it's our hope that you enjoy the program. We know that life is busy, Work, school, football, running errands around. But in the midst of the busyness, we all need a church home that brings the stability upon which you can build your life. If you're looking for a church home where you can grow in Christ and community, we would love to invite you to worship with us every Sunday morning at 10:30 a.m. Check us out on our website at glenbaptist.org or on Facebook, where you can access church info and content and even watch worship services. At Glen, you get dynamic music, gospel-centered expository preaching, and a wonderful faith community. Come grow with us.
Tailored Healthcare Clinic right there in McClenny on South 5th Street. 259-5929 is the number. They offer primary care, traditional primary care services through the insurance, direct primary care memberships for an affordable monthly plan. They've got lots of different services they offer. Hormone replacements, one of the things they do, medical weight loss, aesthetic treatments, including Botox. Give them a call, 259-5929.
Have you ever thought about cleaning out your garage or wonder what you need to do with all those aluminum cans or scrap metal you've got laying around in the backyard? Well, look no further. You just need to load it up and head to American Recycling. Tim Hughes owns and operates American Recycling on Woodlawn Road in McClenny, Florida. They're open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and on the second and fourth Saturdays of every month from 9 a.m. to noon. Stop by and see Tim and maybe even cash in on that stuff you've got laying around. Tim and American Recycling say, go Wildcat.
And we welcome you back here to First Coast High School. Mike Cruz, Kyle Davis, bringing you all the action of Baker County Wildcat football 2024. The Wildcats on the road tonight, but having a good first half of football. The Cats are on top 23-0 against these First Coast Buccaneers. And Kyle, welcome you back here. Tell me about, we talked about the keys to the game tonight, the field conditions and the fact that the conditions were going to be sloppy somewhat. Talked about the fact that the Wildcats were off last week, so we'd see how they come back from the week off. Offense played great in the first quarter. Second quarter got a little bit sloppy, but the defense came to play.
Yep, the defense has been good all year, Mike, and I think the offense they're finding a little bit in the passing game. It looks like to me, if they can do that, I think it's going to open the run game up for them. So it looks like they had a good off week, and Coach Mays they worked on a little bit, and like I say, the passing game will always open the running game up, and that's what we need to happen. Defense, I'm not worried about at all.
Well, it's exciting to see them utilize the passing game tonight. Hudson Hodges caught a couple. Chase Phillips caught a couple.
Rhett Roden caught a few.
Rhett had two catches. So at least 5 or 6 completions for register, and 2 of them for touchdowns.
Robert Chick caught
a couple. So maybe even 7 or 8 completions. So 2 of them for touchdowns. Chase Phillips had a 22-yard touchdown pass or catch, and Hudson Hodges had the other one. And then Kanias Williams had a 12-yard touchdown run. So those are the touchdowns for the Cats tonight. And then we got a safety. The defense came through with a sack safety there in the second quarter against First Coast as their quarterback was trying to get back there and get a first down throw off, and the defense just didn't give him any time.
Yeah, the defensive pressure, the front four has been dominant. Not linebackers too, man. They're coming up, filling the gaps on the run, and the front four has absolutely just dominated the offensive line of First Coast.
They have, I tell you, and you got to give those guys some credit. Phillip Jackson's up there, captain for tonight's game, number 14, Jeremiah Mitchell.
Yep,
he's up there.
He's the guy that got the safety.
Yeah, and the other guy that's had a great night tonight, Seth Chestnut. Cale Cruz had a block punt early in the game. There's been some good play. Case Foster, all those guys. Owen Hodges would have had a turnover, but they called it a forward pass on the jet sweep. But I don't think he ever pitched it. But either way,
he did.
Either way, great half for the Cats. They're up 23-0 right now over First Coast. We'll get to see if we can keep the pressure on in the second half and maybe extend the score somewhat.
Yeah, we'll see. You don't want to come out with the same intensity. You're up 23-0, so don't let off the gas. Come out with the same intensity and go ahead and finish this team where you got them down right now. Don't let them hang around. It's not but 23-0, so come out like you did the first half, fired up, and let's play some Wildcat football, Mike.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I agree with you. So looking forward to the second half with you here, and we'll talk about that in just a moment. Kyle, let's talk a little bit of college football. First, before I do that, let's talk a little bit about Farm Bureau, Baker County Farm Bureau down there in McClenny, right there on 121, Jack Baker, Justin Webb. Every year, man, right here as our halftime sponsor, and we appreciate them being the Wildcat supporters that they are. And Jack, Justin, all your insurance needs, 259-6332. And they homeowners insurance, automobile insurance, life insurance, one call does it all. And Jack and Justin, they're my agents, and they've got the best service in town, and just give them a call if you ever need them. And
They do. They are great guys. I'm lucky enough that Jack lets Justin off every once in a while on Thursday. We get to play golf together. So, but call them up, Farm Bureau Insurance, McClenny, Florida. Justin and Jack don't get no better than them.
I made the cardinal rule mistake just a minute ago. Hunter Noblett's our buddy over here, Kyle, and you got him to go down there and get some refreshments for us. I told you we give him a little shout out here on the radio. Hunter's my buddy. He's your buddy. And we were watching the Phillies and Mets game over here, and the major league update is this: the National League East right now is owned by the Phillies. The Phillies are up 8 on the Mets, and they're up 9 on the Braves, and that's a great thing. But we've got a 3-game set with the Mets this weekend, so the Phillies need to win. Yeah, I told my son when I was leaving the house, I was like, as long as we win 1 this weekend, the Mets aren't gaining a lot of ground. But if we win 2, that's a bonus. I said the only thing we can't do is get swept. And as soon as I said that, I turned around and knocked on wood. Well, Hunter Noblett walks up here and asks what we're watching. Tell him, and I'm like, hey, Aaron Nola's got a no-hitter through 4 innings. Well, wouldn't you know it, the next 3 batters, single, home run. Now the Mets are up 3-0. Yeah. And then he turns around and strikes out the next guy. What's going on?
Hey, man, you broke the cardinal rule. You can't ever talk about a no-hitter, Mike.
You can't talk about a no-hitter, and I did.
Well, I'm kind of glad you did, so we can turn that off here in a minute.
Oh, we're not turning it off. The Phillies have 4 runs in them, I promise you. 3-0 Mets, though, top of the 5th.
Well, let's get on to the dreaded college football talk that we got to talk about tonight.
Let's talk about it a little bit. So, some games going on in the area tomorrow. You mentioned earlier we talked about Georgia and the resurgence of their fans the last 4 or 5 years or whatever.
Yeah, they've been dead since 1980. They're all alive and well today, though.
I was thinking about that the other day. Every person that you follow on Facebook or whatever, they're all Georgia fans now, and it's just amazing to me. I remember fondly when Steve Spurrier arrived in 1990 and the run that we had against Georgia all the way till 2017, 2018. I mean, almost a 40-year run.
I've been a Georgia fan. Don't remember any of that, though.
Yeah. Well, they have a hard time remembering it. But if you rattle their cage enough, they'd remember it. But Georgia, they're going to be taking on Kentucky, but they got to go to Kentucky this week. I looked at it earlier this week. Georgia's about a 23, 24-point favorite. Kentucky just didn't impress me at all last week, which surprised me because Mark Stoops' teams have been pretty physical and at least well coached, and they didn't look good last week at all. South Carolina came out of nowhere and just destroyed Kentucky, so I don't expect Kentucky to give Georgia much of a game tomorrow. How about you?
I don't either, Mike. They look dog awful, to be honest with you. I mean, for South Carolina to manhandle them like that, and really anybody on Georgia's schedule this year, I don't see. That schedule is so bad. I hate they say SEC this and SEC that. Who do they play, Mike? They play Florida's down. I mean, they play Kentucky. Kentucky's probably the second hardest game on their schedule this year, and they are terrible. Tennessee, people talk about Tennessee. Tennessee's not very good, man. I mean, hey, Georgia should cakewalk through their schedule. They'll make the playoff this year. They won't crap the bed and cause all kind of mess in the SEC championship game. They'll win it. Hey, please, Georgia, go back and win the national championship. It's a run they're on right now, Mike, and it's coming to an end. It don't stay the same, and it's nice, but it all comes to an end, Mike. This NIL has ruined everything. I'm telling you about college football, and Georgia's on their high road right now, but it'll all come back down.
It'll all come back down. At some point in time it will, but I'll tell you, they've got one of the best teams in the country for sure this year. I'm interested tomorrow. That Alabama, I watched Alabama and South Florida play last week, and South Florida really hung with them for about 3 quarters, but Alabama opened it up in the 4th quarter of that game. Alabama's going on the road to Wisconsin tomorrow. Now, Alabama opened up this week. I was looking at it. They were a 15 or 16-point favorite on the road at Wisconsin. Wisconsin's not what I'd call an easy place to go play. Is that going to be a tough one for Bama tomorrow?
I doubt it, Mike. I think South Florida woke Alabama up last week. That was a good game going into the fourth quarter, and then Alabama kind of blew it away. But I think going into Camp Randall tomorrow, it is a tough place to play, but I think Alabama will be awake. I think you see Alabama covered tomorrow.
Talk about waking a team up. What do you think? Northern Illinois, those Huskies from Northern Illinois, they pulled off some big upsets. They beat Nick Saban his first or second year at Alabama, if you remember that. And then last week they took down Notre Dame and the Fighting Irish. Notre Dame, they started out this week about a 10 or 11-point favorite up at Purdue, but they've got to go on the road to face the Boilermakers. What do you think? Notre Dame get back on track?
I think they do. They get back on track. I think that was a fluke last week. I don't think it's a great Notre Dame team, but they're better than Purdue.
Memphis is a team that comes out of used to be the AAC with Central Florida and those guys. They're going to travel over to Tallahassee next week, not next week, tomorrow. High noon, I believe, in Tallahassee.
Unfortunately.
Are the Noles going to rebound?
No, they're not, Mike. I hate to say it. My beloved Seminoles are in a bad spot right now. I think unless they find some leaders on that team, man, it steps up and changes I think they got a bad culture right now. I think they got guys they paid a lot of money to that's not playing like they deserve a lot of money, and I don't think they're going to win tomorrow, man. I think they got a quarterback that they paid money that the coach needs to probably make a change and go to a younger guy. I don't see Florida State winning tomorrow. I see Florida State getting beaten going 0-3 tomorrow, bad as I hate to say it.
Yeah, I know you very well from all our years knowing each other, and I'll tell you, I know that pains you to say that. It pains you about as bad as it pains me to say what I'm probably about to say, because Texas A&M is going to bring that Aggie team and go play Florida tomorrow at 3:30 in the Swamp, and I can get behind the excitement about having DJ Lagway and this guy coming along, but we've got some hurt guys. We've got a receiver, our star receiver Wilson. He may or may not play tomorrow, but really the thing that used to intimidate people about coming to the Swamp is the defense was always tough, and it was just a tough place for people to play. Well, teams have been able to work around that past several years, Kyle, and I don't know. It's still home field advantage. If they were going, I told you this earlier, if they were going to Texas A&M tomorrow, I'd tell you right away, Florida's not winning. But I say Florida's got a puncher's chance tomorrow at home, but I really don't feel like they get the job done. How do you feel?
I don't know. I don't know what Billy's going to do. If I'm Billy Napier tomorrow, I think I'll pull out. I mean, he knows he's standing on his last leg, Mike, and I don't know why you don't start DJ Lagway. He's a generational talent. He's the only guy I think that can save your job. And you're going back to Graham Mertz. They're saying he's starting tomorrow. How long is Graham Mertz going to be in the game? I think it's going to tell the tale tomorrow. I'm thinking a series or two, and you bring Lagway in, it may be the end of the Graham Mertz era there. And if Lagway can lead that team tomorrow, if he throws the balls if he makes the plays that he can make, I think they'll be in the game. Texas A&M's not they're not a great team, Matt. And you're in games.
Yeah, clearly.
I believe the fans will get behind Lagway, the quarterback, DJ, and I think they got a shot. I mean, if I had to pick, I'd pick A&M, but I think it's going to be closer than most people think. And it's also going to depend on how quick does he go to Lagway tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, and, Napier coming out saying both guys are going to play this week. The rotational quarterback thing never works. The only time I can remember it really working was 1997 in the Swamp when Noah Brandeis and Doug Johnson teamed up to take down number 1 FSU. Do you remember that?
I remember. That was one of the best Florida State teams we ever had. That was Sam Cowart and them boys. That was a bad loss for us. I remember crying on the couch.
Well, think about some of the guys that Florida had, though. Jaquez Green and Von Kerr Taylor. And I mean, hey, and Doug Johnson wasn't anything to sneeze about, but they had Brandeis there, and he played that rotational game that day. And it came down to the end. Sebastian Janikowski jinxed them with the gator chomp right there at the end, and then Johnson hit Jaquez Green down the sideline, and then Fred Taylor a couple plays later. Yep, that was one of the best ball games I can remember.
How do we get onto that? Where did that even come from?
I was talking about the rotational quarterback situation. It never really worked, so Napier's going to have to decide. Is it going to be Lagway? Is it going to be Mertz? I can appreciate your loyalty to Mertz, but if you've got a star in the making down there and he's got a chance to play, the last thing you want to do in this age of transfer portal is make anybody upset. And I'm not saying you should coach anyway just not to make a guy upset. I mean, the players need to be tougher too.
Yeah.
But at this point in time, I think you're right. I mean,
I think you got to make the change.
Sometimes you just got to roll with it, and let's see what happens.
Yeah, let's see what happens. I think if they make the change tomorrow, Mike, y'all got a good chance to beat it.
Yeah. But we'll see. Well, A&M did lose to Notre Dame, and Notre Dame got beat by Northern Illinois. So what's that tell you? But you can't play that game either.
The world of college football.
It'll be fun to watch tomorrow, Kyle. I know you said it's not a great day to be an FSU fan, but you never know. They may just blow out Memphis tomorrow.
Yeah, well, I'll be watching as bad as I hate to, but I'm still going to watch tonight.
Well, I'll be watching too. Now, the last but not least, here in this segment, we had the Jaguars on the road last week taking on the Dolphins, and the Dolphins came back. Jaguars kind of gave one away on the road last week, and ETN was going to the end zone, fumbled one away, and then Miami comes back and kicks a field goal to win. Jaguars take on the Browns at home this week. Jaguars get back on the win column?
They do. I think Deshaun Watson's got a lot of crap going on right now, Mike. I think he's coming into a mad Jaguar team that shouldn't have lost the game to Miami last week. I think the Jaguars take care of business.
Yeah, Deshaun Watson's not having time of his life, is he?
No, he's having a lot of trouble right now.
All right, so we appreciate you listening in to the Farm Bureau halftime report here. We talked about a lot of stuff there. Probably made some Bulldog fans mad, but that's okay.
I'm sure they'll be texting on that.
FSU, they're going to play Memphis in front of 30, maybe 25,000 tomorrow. We'll check that.
Stadium reconstruction.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. They're still going to be half full on what they've got available.
Well, I hope A&M blows y'all out the stadium.
I'm sure you do. And this went from bad to worse for Aaron Nola in front of us, by the way. A couple home runs here in this inning. So we're going to need something good to happen tomorrow, is what it's looking like. First Coast got the kickoff here to start the second half, and we're just underway here in half number 2. Cats on top 23-0 to start this second half. And
see if we can keep the same intensity, Mike.
Quarterback Hill is going to take the snap. They're going to run a little inside play there. The running back gets the football, and he gets crunched right away, and they tried a little misdirection inside reverse handoff, and Kyle, nobody was fooled.
No, nobody was fooled. That was a little counter. Chestnut blew it up again, man. Chestnut's a player, man. I don't know how many tackles he's got tonight, Mike, but I would guess 7 or 8 right now.
Yeah, Chestnut's played really well tonight. He's one of the guys with the really dirty jersey.
Yeah.
Second down, about 13 to go. Learned something new about you tonight. I'm sitting here. Hunter got me this cheeseburger, and you had to make sure you got the one without cheese because you don't eat cheese.
I hate cheese.
Who doesn't eat cheese?
I can't stand it.
I didn't know that about you. I don't know that you can trust somebody that doesn't eat cheese. Second down and 13. Mike Hill takes the snap, rolling to his right. He's going to fire one underneath. He's got a receiver there, but he takes a big hit in the backfield by the guy we were just talking about.
He may not get up there, man. He got leveled. Great throwing catch, though, guy. He stood there and threw it, Mike, and completed it for a first down. Oh, he's short.
He's short of the first. Yeah, short of the first down, but he did. He made a nice play on it. He scrambled out, got his feet set, made the catch, but he didn't know that Seth Chestnut was rolling in on him, and Chestnut got a big hit on the quarterback, and I hope he's okay.
Yeah, his helmet went right. I think he's probably got his breath knocked out. His helmet went right to the gut right there.
Tough hit for Hill, but we hope he gets up and is okay here. Looks like they're helping him to his feet, so like you said, maybe just got the wind knocked out of him there, and he just needs a moment. But after the pass play, First Coast is going to have third down and about 2, but Hill now should have to leave the game for a play. So we'll see what happens here, what they decide to do on 3rd and 2. 10:44 to go in the third quarter, a 23-0 Baker County Wildcat lead over the Buccaneers right now.
On a wet and soggy night over here at First Coast, man. These Wildcat jerseys are turning from white to black.
I told you, man. Tough laundry day tomorrow up there at the high school. Whoever's in charge of washing these jerseys.
You think they wash them on Saturday?
I mean, I don't know. I'm making an educated guess. I would think you'd want to wash them as soon as you could, right?
I would.
Maybe tonight.
Maybe so.
Third down and 2. Wildcats.
In the world.
They got a receiver 5 yards down the field. The ball hadn't even been snapped. False start's going to back them up.
It's safe to say he was running a go route.
He was gone. Good call right there. What number was that receiver, Kyle?
15, I think. They're taking him out.
Yeah, he's gone. That was Denzel Brown. The backup quarterback here is, I think it's number 7.
I can't tell. 12.
No, number 12. He passes it to the right side, and
He was
it's going to
open.
be incomplete. Had a receiver over there. Number 12 is Hans Price. He's a 6'1" quarterback. He's the backup, but now Lee's going to come back in probably on the next possession, but they're going to have to punt it away here on 4th and 8.
So they're sending, does that say Phillips back again, Mike?
Yep. 10:03 to go, third quarter. I tell you what, I like the fact that they've got a ton of stands over here, right? I mean, the home stands have a bunch and the visiting stands have a bunch. But one thing that has lowered is kind of the excitement.
Yes, it's been dead.
It's been dead, I tell you. As you know, and even when there's been some good play on the field, the fans are so spread out, it's hard to really generate any noise.
It is. The Wildcats always travel good, but we got big bleachers on the visiting side over here, man. It spread us out a little bit, and it's not near as loud as it usually is.
And the other problem with a lot of stands is if you look over there at First Coast side, you don't see many fans.
No, we always out travel our opponents. I
was going to say, but if they're looking over here at us, it probably doesn't look like we have many either. They're kind of spread out everywhere.
Yeah.
It's a tough night to travel. We might have a lot of folks listening in back at home tonight.
Yeah, they're probably scared of the rain a little bit.
I was.
Yeah, me too.
We brought this tent so we could sit under it. All right, Wildcats get their first possession of the second half. Hudson Register in the shotgun. Register's going to take it. He's going to keep it himself. Register runs straight ahead after the fake, and it's going to be a maybe 2-yard gain here. It'll be second down and 8.
Yeah, that's the zone read. Register gets 2 or 3 right there. There wasn't much there on the play. That First Coast has got a guy down.
9:39 to go here in the third quarter. Things were rolling along early in the game, but kind of both teams have gotten a little sloppy here in the last quarter or so, but some of that could be expected with the way these field conditions are. And
yeah, so it's getting worse by the minute.
Yeah, it is. It's getting worse. The middle part of the field is pretty chewed up now. Register takes the snap, going to toss it to the right side. That's Kanias Williams. Kanias Williams has a hole. He's out across the 35 to the 37, maybe the 38-yard line, close to the first down. It's going to be 3rd and about 2.
Yeah, nice hard run. It was a little pitch sweep out to the right here, going towards our sidelines. Nice hard run. He runs over the linebacker and falls forward. He's about 3 yards short of the first down. Going quick, Mike.
Going quick. Register 2 backs in the backfield with him. That's Williams and Hodges. Register takes a snap. He's going to give it to Williams, and Williams is going to fight his way out there to the 40-yard line and get the Wildcat first down and move the chains.
That's a nice run. That's fighting. He's spinning and getting yards right there, man. We needed every one of them for the first down.
Good job for the Cats here. When you got a 23-0 lead, I mean, you really just want to keep the chains moving and keep the clock running, right?
Yep. Pound it.
Pound.
Ground and pound. Ground and pound. What they say.
Old Bobby John's philosophy. First down and 10 Cats from the 40-yard line. Inside handoff this time was Kennedy on the fake, and Register keeps it himself. Hudson's got a big gain out to the 46-yard line, a 6-yard gain on first down.
That's one thing about Register. He's always falling forward, Mike. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We rarely see him get hit and go backwards.
Hudson's a player. I tell you what, you talk about wrecking somebody's no-hitter. The Mets got 7 hits that inning. 7 hits.
I hate to say it.
He had a no-hitter through 4, and I wrecked it.
That kind of tickles me.
I mean, well, it tickles me too. But I told you, as long as the Phillies win 1 this weekend, we're in good shape.
Great read by Register right there. Looked like he picked up the first down. Maybe a little short.
My buddy Kevin, you know Kevin Albright. He's my buddy from the Baker County Press.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he wears his Mets shirt everywhere. Is he wearing a Mets shirt tonight?
No, I don't know. He turned around and showed you the phone a while ago. I do know that.
Kevin, do you have a Mets shirt on tonight? I have to find out. Is he wearing his Mets shirt? He sure is. He's got Shea Stadium shirt on. He doesn't know. I mean, hey, good for them, you know. I hope they win a game or 1 game, maybe 2. But here's the problem for the Phillies. I'm going to tell you after this play. 3rd down and about half a yard. Register going to fake it to Nick Williams inside, and Register gets the first down and about 8 more as he gets into First Coast territory down to the 43-yard line. The problem for the Phillies is this. We got an 8-game lead in the East, but we got 3 with the Mets this week. We got 4 with the Mets next week. And we play the Brewers next week, who are also a postseason contender. So it's going to be tough. You got 10 games over the next 10 days that are going to be tough.
You can go on a little slide there.
Yeah, you can go on a slide. Now they're 8-2 in September, so they're playing well. But you can't give up 7 hits in one inning.
It happens, man.
It's baseball. First down and 10. Register, straight drop, looking to throw. Register's going to scramble out. Now he throws one deep down the middle. He's got a receiver. A catch is made by Hudson Hodges again.
Mike, I'm pretty sure he wasn't throwing the ball to Hudson Hodges there. I think his arm got hit. He was throwing it down the seam. It looks like the red road, and then the ball.
I told you before the game, Kyle, I said, we're on the radio. We can make stuff up. People will never know it. I was going to make that sound like the prettiest pass, but you're right. His arm got hit. It floated up in the air, and Hudson Hodges caught it.
Hudson Hodges in the right place at the right time.
He was. But it worked out.
It did. First down Wildcat.
Now, the deep guy that he was throwing to, was he open?
I think it might have been a touchdown. Hopefully it would have caught it.
Wildcats at the 25 of First Coast now. Register takes the snap, gives it off up the middle, and a straight handoff is going to be bottled up for a game.
Man, come on.
Maybe one or two, and the defensive player just slams our running back to the ground. And I think you called it earlier. I don't think they've called one flag on First Coast.
They haven't had a flag yet.
They didn't throw one there either. If you're not going to throw one on somebody getting slammed down, you're probably not going to throw one.
No.
Second down and 8 now. Register in the gun.
It's kind of disappointing. We can't line up and run it at them, though, Mike. I mean, our running game's really been hit and miss, and it's been a lot more miss than hit.
A lot more miss than hit. That's one way to put it. Try to run it again.
Again, nothing doing.
Yeah, the middle's clogged again. Giving some shout-outs earlier while I'm talking about my nephew there, Hudson Register, that's running the offense here. I'll give a shout-out to my dad, Jerry, and Brenda Cruz. They told me this afternoon they weren't going to be making the trip to watch the game tonight, and Hudson's their grandson. So Brenda, she's at home listening to every word, I'm sure, wanting to know how Hudson's doing. And he's having a good game.
He's having a good game.
My dad had surgery earlier last week, so I want to get him back on his feet and get to these games so he can come and enjoy the Wildcats. They should be there next week for homecoming, I'm hoping.
Does he listen to you when he's here?
Yeah, I mean, if he's not asleep in the chair. Well, he usually listens in.
I was telling Mike a story earlier on the way here today. My papa and granny, Gene Sapp and Bobby Sapp, got every cassette tape from 1999 to 2003. Cassette tape now. That's how far we're going back. That's how old I am. Labeled what game when I played. I still got every tape at the house. I told Mike, you need to come listen to some one day. That's when you was first getting started. You kind of was a rookie like me. So some of those would be, from 99 to 2003, so some of those would be with Bobby Hart. Yep, the first 2 years with Bobby Hart, and I guess it was David Crummy.
Right, yeah, so when Bobby's son graduated, well, he had two sons that played for the Wildcats, Dustin first and then Jonathan. And after Jonathan played, Bobby decided that he was done, and then Tim Wilder actually was on with me the first year, and Tim Wilder now does the stadium PA announcing for the Wildcats. And the second year, David Crummy joined me, and me and David probably did, 8-10 years together, and then Jackie started. So Jackie and I did 8 or 10 years together, and now here we are, Mike and Kyle. They're one common denominator. I've been there for, 26, 27 years.
If it wasn't for Mike, there'd be no Wildcat radio, I can tell you.
Third down play here. Register going to float one toward the end zone. He's got a guy down there. He's going to be knocked away, and a flag comes down back here, and I'm not sure what the flag's going to be. It looks like ineligible man downfield is what the signal is.
That was a great ball by Register, man. He gave his guy a chance. I couldn't tell who it was. Was it 8?
Yeah, I think he was trying to hit Hudson Hodges in the back of the end zone. The cornerback or whoever was defending Hodges in the end zone made a nice play on the football and knocked it away there toward the last moment. But, it was a great throw. Is that Hodges down?
I think it is. It looks like it's probably his breath. He landed hard on that.
Yeah, that type of play, you're going to land hard. And we've had a couple of guys get the wind knocked out of him tonight, but he's back on his feet. Looks like he's all right. But that was a great throw. But in the process of all that, we had an ineligible lineman that got downfield, so it wouldn't have been a touchdown anyway.
Yeah, so we're looking at about 10 flags to 0 tonight.
I think you're right. It's tough, though. I tell you, it'd be a lot tougher if the game was close, right? Yeah. If it was a close game and we weren't getting the type of calls we were expecting. But yes, definitely
a little home cooking over here at First Coast, Mike.
And something just happened right there on the line of scrimmage because the flag came out from the officials.
Well, I think they got their first flag of the night. It's going to be...
Yeah, one of their guys was really upset. And Hudson Hodges down here wasn't even off the field, and they threw the flag there. So it's going to be a dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct against First Coast.
First 15-yard flag of the night.
Two in a row. They called two unsportsmanlike, so they're marking this off down to the 15-yard line, which is going to give the Wildcats
It'll be first down.
Should be a first down. They're going to need to move the chains here. It'll be first down. That was going to be about a 4th and 12 for the Cats, or 4th and 14 for the Cats, and with the penalty, we get a first down and 10 at the 15. So I don't know what he did, but cost his team right there.
We got a few Wildcat fans cheering for the first flag of the night.
I agree with that. They should have had several flags before now. First down and 10 now, Cats from the 15 of First Coast. Register takes a snap. Kanias Williams and Register kind of came together there in the backfield. The ball goes to the ground, but Register picks it back up, but going to lose about 2 yards. It'll be second down and 12.
Yeah, I don't think Register was sure if he wanted to hand it or keep it there, and it kind of got tied up with him and Kanias. And the ball hits the ground. Register gets on top of it.
Second down and 12. Clock stops with 4:14 to go here in the second quarter. It looks like the Cats might have called a timeout here.
No, they got an injury.
Oh, well, okay, on the First Coast side. Injury timeout on the field. Let's take a little timeout here. We haven't had a timeout since halftime. Let's take a 1-minute timeout. Wildcats ahead 23-0, nearing the end of the third quarter. We'll be back after this 1-minute timeout on WFBB.
Baker County Farm Bureau wants to wish the Baker County Wildcats much success this football season. Baker County Farm Bureau, specializing in auto insurance, homeowners insurance, along with life insurance. To get started with Farm Bureau, contact Jack Baker or Justin Webb at 259-6332. That's 259-6332.
Hi, this is Larry Birkins of Birkins Chevrolet in McClenny. It is truly an honor to help make these Wildcat radio broadcasts possible. Birkins Chevrolet with sales and service 6 days a week. Cars, trucks, SUVs, certified used cars. We help customers establish or reestablish credit. Thank you, Wildcat fans. From Larry Birkins at Birkins Chevrolet, US 90 in the heart of McClenny.
Online at BirkinsChevy.com.
All right, the injury timeout is cleaned up on the field. Looks like the First Coast guy was all right. He got up and off the field. So, fortunately, there doesn't seem to be any major shake-ups tonight.
Just a little bruises every once in a while.
Second down and 12 now for the Cats. 4:14 to go, third quarter. Mike Cruz, Kyle Davis bringing you all the action. Toss sweep to the right side. There's some room to run. Running back for the Wildcats is, and they throw a flag behind the play. Kyle, he was going to pick up about 8 yards, and they threw a flag in behind the play.
That was Kennedy running hard on the sweep, and it looks like they're going to get a block in the back.
Tell you what, 1 step forward and 2 steps back sometimes with these flags tonight. But
tell you, Mike, we started off hot on offense. We've completely slowed down. We scored 21 points real quick. And
some of that, Kyle, I'm going to credit the First Coast defense for stepping up after that first quarter, but some of it's just been some sloppy play on offense.
It has been.
We've had open receivers. We've had drop passes. We've had different things. We've had penalties. That was an 8-yard gain by Keyshawn Kennedy on a nice toss sweep play to the right.
You got a block in the back.
And block in the back.
And now we also got a wet field and a wet football.
That's right. Yeah, some of that is the conditions are definitely playing into some of that, for sure. Second down and 20 now for the Cats. Second down 20, middle pass is going to be incomplete. He was looking for Cale Cruz across the middle, and Cale trying to run without the football there a little bit, and the ball goes incomplete, but another flag flies.
I ain't real sure what Cale was doing there. He dropped it and then kept going. I don't know.
And they threw a flag over here on sideline warning. I tell you what, these guys, I don't know if Coach Mays is going to be real happy with his officiating crew. So no penalty yards there. But a moment ago, you had Kennedy on an 8-yard gain. It would have been third down and 4. So now it's going to be third down and 20 instead of where we were at 3rd down and 4 a moment ago. Makes it tough.
We keep shooting ourselves in the foot down here, man.
All right, so 3rd down. The Wildcats have the ball at the 26-yard line. We need to get it inside the 5 for a 1st down. So let's see what the Wildcats draw up here. 3 receivers to the right, 1 back in the backfield. That's Kennedy.
Got one-on-one.
Snap is back there to Register. He shakes off the defender who came on the blitz there. Now Register fires one toward the end zone. It's caught, but I think he was out of bounds.
No, he dropped it. It looks like it was Rhett Roden, but I think he was out of bounds anyway, Mike.
Tell you what, they had a blind, a blitzer there that came through untouched, and Register just shook him.
He did. We had 2 receivers in the same area.
I was going to make a note of that. That shouldn't be happening.
No.
But it's incomplete, and now it's 4th down. So the Wildcats are going to keep the offense on the field here. It's a little bit, with the conditions and everything else, you're looking at about a 43-yard field goal here. Probably not something that Coach wants to try in these conditions. Maybe if we were a little bit closer. Maybe.
They're bringing pressure again.
4th down play. Register looks toward the end zone. He floats one up there into triple coverage, and it's going to be picked off at the 1-yard line, and then he dropped it, but he threw it in there to triple coverage. He was looking for his favorite guy tonight, and that was Hudson Hodges. It's complete.
I was hoping he'd catch that, Mike. It'd help us out a little bit. Them at the 1 there, but he got it.
Yeah, that's one of those plays on 4th down that if he would have made that interception, he'd have been at the 1-yard line, and that would have helped us. But instead, they'll take over right there at the 26-yard line. So you're right, man. I tell you, Kyle, it's been tough. I think the field conditions have had something to do with the offense doing what they have. I'll give 1/3 credit to the First Coast defense, 1/3 credit to our offense being sloppy, and 1/3 to the field conditions.
I think that's probably about right.
That's about right.
Let's go defense. We got again. Yeah, you got to keep playing football right now. You still got 3 minutes left in the 3rd quarter, up 23-0.
They changed the quarterback again. Hans Price goes back in there, number 12, for First Coast. Wildcats look like they might bring pressure here on 1st down and 10. And now a flag comes down.
Illegal motion.
Yep, illegal motion. They haven't had many flags, but when it has, it's been this 5-yard variety. A false start here, a legal motion there. That'll back them up to make it 1st and 15.
I'll tell you, Mike, you're right. This is a dead place tonight, man.
I hope the folks at home,
I'll take my headphones off for a minute just to see if I can hear anything. It's still quiet.
I hope the folks at home are entertained, because I don't think the folks here are.
No.
And it's 23-0.
Yeah.
1st down and 15. Price takes the snap. He's going to try to run it himself straight up the middle, and he's going nowhere. Cats, about 3 or 4 guys meet in the middle there to bring him down. See Owen Hodges in there.
Owen Hodges, Seth Chestnut again.
A lot of the same names we've called all night long. We'll have an entertaining ride home, though. We'll get Jackie to chauffeur us home, and he'll tell us. I'll tell you, I'm looking forward to Jackie telling us about this sideline venture that he's having tonight. Telling us his coaching,
He's actually down there in Maze's here.
I'm telling you. So Jackie's off the radio now. We loved having him here on the radio, but now he's off the radio. He's taken, to coaching some with the middle school football team. And I can appreciate that. His son's on the middle school team now, so he's helping out with the middle school team. I think they're starting out with a good season so far. And now he's down there. He's down here with the high school team.
Yep, he's over there in Maze's ear right now. I bet Maze is probably saying, "Get away from me, Jack. Go." No, the middle school team's actually started off real good. I've been to both of their games. They beat Wilkinson pretty handily. I think it was like 55-0, and they actually beat Oakleaf last week 35-6. So we got some good talent coming to the high school.
2-0 start, huh?
Yep.
That's what you like to hear. JV's team was rained out last night, so they didn't get to play, but they're going to play Monday night. I think that game's at home.
It is. They moved it Monday night. Yep.
I think it's at home. Is it home?
It is at
home.
home.
I think it's at home. Next week, homecoming festivities in Baker County. So Baldwin's going to come to Memorial Stadium next Friday night for homecoming. That'll be interesting to see. Baldwin's a team that we've played in the playoffs the last 2 years and in the district, and we've had some really good games with Baldwin.
Yeah, they've been pretty tough here lately. So I don't know what they've got this year, but I guess we'll find out next week.
Third down play coming up. Pass to the left side is going to be caught right there, but the Cats are going to corral the receiver after a gain of maybe 3 yards, and they're going to have to punt this one away again. The Cat defense has just done the job all night long.
They're flying to the football all over the place. It don't matter if they throw it out in the slot. They're just flying to the ball. They're gang tackling, man. Well, you got Mike Rogers texting you now?
yeah, Mike's my buddy. He's down there at CBS. He's always listening in, just keeping tabs on what's going on with Wildcat football.
Biggest Bulldog fan I know, I think.
Yeah, he's one of them.
He's made a post like how many days in a row now? What's he going on, like 882?
Well, he had that going until they lost, but they did lose.
Oh, he quit that when they lost?
I don't know. I don't follow him anymore.
Thank you for that loss, Mike Rogers. That knocked my Florida State Seminoles out of the playoff, too. So
I had to unfollow him with those daily posts. I just couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah, thank God I don't have Facebook.
He's my friend, but I just couldn't follow him no more. Like, I can't watch this garbage. Everything.
Oh, man.
Wildcats punt returner comes up and grabs it around the 35-yard line, and that's about where we're going to put it in play. 1st and 10 over there. And I tell you what, they let the First Coast guys just hit all the way past the whistle and everything else.
I don't know if we don't have any kind of return set up. It don't look like Mike. I mean, we got 9 guys coming at the guy catching the football.
Yeah, Mike and I stay in touch. He keeps me informed on the sales they have at CBS, so I keep him informed on what college football games we're going to talk about during halftime.
Yeah, he's been riding high lately.
He'll be happy to know we picked Georgia to beat Kentucky tomorrow.
Oh, he did, in blowout fashion, Mike Rogers.
I think here's the way I look at that. You know, Kentucky's got a lot of pride. Mark Stoops is a good coach. He's a good coach.
I tell you, I thought the same thing. That's the first time last week I seen Mark Stoops' team quit. I thought they quit against South Carolina.
It's tough.
You see a team quit, man, that's troublesome, man.
Yeah, and I tell you, South Carolina really brought it. Now, here's the thing that we just don't know because it's so early in the season. Is South Carolina really that good, or was Kentucky that bad? I don't know.
No.
But I will say this. Early on in that game, I expect Kentucky to fight hard. Now, Georgia's better, and Georgia's going to be a lot better than Kentucky at the end of that game tomorrow. But I expect Mark Stoops to have a team that comes to fight tomorrow.
Yeah, at least. You think maybe that was a wake-up call last week, but I don't think they don't got.
No. I'm not saying that's a wake-up call big enough to beat Georgia tomorrow. I'm just saying they're going to play hard.
Yep. It's register up the gut right there for about 9 yards. Man, he runs hard, man.
Yeah, Hudson's playing a good ball game tonight, and he's staying in there with this game 23-0, about a minute and a half to go in the third quarter. So we're heading down toward the fourth quarter here, and Wildcats 23-0. But I tell you, offense hasn't scored since the first quarter.
No, it's kind of slowed down.
It definitely slowed down. 1:14 to go, third quarter. Handoff up the middle. The Wildcats. The fumble on the ground. And Kanias Williams had a big hole that time. He was going to pick up big yardage, but the ball just came flying out of there. And, again, these field conditions have contributed to a lot of that. And now First Coast is going to get the football in Wildcat territory, trailing 23-0.
Yeah, nice tackle there by Robert Chick. Could have went for a touchdown there, Mike.
I didn't see if anybody jarred that loose or if he just lost it with the wet conditions down there.
We're going to need the defense to step up here.
Defense has played well all night. Let's see if they can keep First Coast out of the end zone one more time. We've got a minute and 4 seconds to go, third quarter, coming down to the end of the third quarter. And, you know, this 6:30 start time tonight, it's only 8:30 right now.
Yeah. Be home early.
Well, we might. Jackie's driving us, so.
Well, Cornell pick, we can get him off the field.
Yeah. One of the linemen just fell down.
Fell out of his stance, Mike.
And his playing partner just hit him in the helmet.
I ain't got no choice but to call a false start there. He fell down.
I really hope that they don't have a fight on the field between them two, because the right tackle just fell backwards and the right guard just slapped him in the helmet, and he didn't slap him easy.
No, that's a big old right tackle, though.
I saw him, but I was surprised because it took a minute for the official to throw the flag. I was like, I know they're not going to let that go. All right, first down and 15 now, First Coast, 1:04 to go in the third quarter.
Backup quarterback still in the game for First Coast.
Yeah, Hans Price is going to hand it off to number 21. That's Justin Virginia, and Justin Virginia is going to run it down to the 25-yard line, and they'll have a first down on that play.
Yep, Brett Roden comes out and makes a tackle from his safety position, but it's never good when the safety's making the tackles.
No, it's never good in that situation. First down and 10, First Coast at the Wildcat 25. First Coast comes to the line of scrimmage. Price in there at quarterback. Mike Lee played for most of the game, senior quarterback. Now Price, senior backup, is in there for First Coast. He's got 3 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left. And now he fumbles the snap, and Price is going to go back there and dive on it, but they're going to lose about 8 yards on the play.
Yep, good snap. He just dropped it, not
just straight dropped it. Snap was in his hands. You wonder I know that they're trying to rotate clean balls in there every time, but I wonder how wet those balls have gotten to this point of the game. I mean, the field is definitely soaked at this point in time.
That's going to take us to the end of the third quarter. Going into the fourth here, we got a 23-0 lead.
23-0. Wildcats are going to lead it heading to the fourth quarter. We'll turn around and go the other way. It'll be second down and almost 20 for First Coast when we come back. Let's take a 1-minute timeout. You're listening to Wildcat Football on WFBB.
For over 50 years, Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning has been serving the community of McClenny. They provide quality air conditioning, HVAC, and electrical work to the residents of McClenny and the surrounding areas. The phone number for Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning is 259-6546. Oscar and Susie Gray would like to say, go Wildcats. Again, that's Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning, 259-6546.
Tailored Healthcare Clinic right there in McClenny on South 5th Street. 259-5929 is the number. They offer primary care, traditional primary care services through the insurance, direct primary care memberships for an affordable monthly plan. They've got lots of different services they offer. Hormone replacements, one of the things they do, medical weight loss, aesthetic treatments, including Botox. Give them a call, 259-5929. And we welcome you back here to First Coast High School. The Wildcats of Baker County on the road, taking on the Buccaneers of First Coast here over on the north side of Jacksonville, close to the airport over here. And what'd you say? We passed the Popeye's Chicken. Maybe we can get that Popeye's Chicken on the way out of here. But 23-0, Wildcats with the lead. I don't know why I was thinking about chicken all of a sudden, but First Coast with a third down and 18. Quarterback Price is going to throw one across the middle, and it's almost intercepted by the Wildcats across the middle of the field. But Price, is the last 2 throws, he's had nobody to throw to because he's been under pressure, and they might have gotten away with a hold, but it's going to be fourth down and 18.
Yeah, he was tackling our guy. I couldn't tell who it was. It looks like 9. It was, who's that, Jefferson?
Jackson.
Jackson, yeah, Philip Jackson.
Fourth down now. First Coast has no choice, down 23-0, but to go for this. So Price stays in there. They've got 1 back in the backfield and 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Now everybody shifts out. The receiver down the sideline, and he wasn't even looking for the pass. He was running kind of like a little wheel route down the sideline, Kyle, and he didn't even look back to see the ball coming his way.
No, he got rid of it so quick he got it and get his head around. Now stopped by the Wildcat defense. Let's go down here and score a touchdown to finish this thing off, Mike.
Yeah, Kanias Williams gave them a fumble on our last possession. They took it over inside Wildcat territory, and we don't allow them to do anything with it. We turn them over on 4 downs there, so good job by the Wildcat defense to turn them away. Register back in there. He's got, looks like Kanias Williams in the backfield with him and 2 receivers to the left and 2 to the right. Let's see what the Wildcats do here with 11:46 to go in the ball game. Starting out at the 34-yard line of the Wildcats. Register in the gun. Takes a snap, calls for the ball, straight handoff. The Wildcats, I think this is Kennedy on the carry. Kennedy carries it out to the 41-yard line, an 8-yard gain on first down. You like that?
That's what you're looking for on first down, positive yards.
Mike Rogers sent you a message. Go Memphis.
I'm sure.
He's with me. He said there's going to be 15,000 fans there tomorrow.
Well, if they lose to Memphis tomorrow, they won't be with 10 the next week, I can tell you.
Second down, less than 2 here. The Wildcats from the 41-yard line. Register calls for the football. The ball's on the ground. It never made it back to Hudson, and he's going to cover it up, and it'll be 3rd and 2 now.
Yeah, that's what it slipped out of center's hand there, Mike. I don't think it ever got off the ground.
No, it definitely didn't make it back to Register because he saw it on the ground and dove to get it. 3rd down and 2. First Coast trying to stop the Wildcats here and get the football back, but Wildcats need a first down. Let's go. Kennedy shifts in motion to the left side of Register. He calls for the football. Register's going to run it himself. He's got the first down and more. Hudson across the 45 takes a hit, keeps on going, and Hudson Register carrying defenders with him into First Coast territory to the 48-yard line. About a 12-yard pickup for Hudson Register.
Very impressed with how hard he runs the ball, Mike Cruz. I'm telling you, we hadn't had a quarterback in a long time that runs the ball that hard.
Did you see that hit he took?
I did. He lowered his shoulder. He didn't take it. He gave it.
Yeah, well, I mean, the defender would like to say he gave it, but you're right. Register just ran through it. First down and 10 from the 48-yard line. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Wildcats throw it to the left side. Rhett Roden's got a catch. He's at the 45-yard line, and then he gets corralled by 2 defenders there. But a 3-yard pickup for Roden. That's his 3rd or 4th catch tonight.
Yep, a little screen out here to the left side. Positive yardage on first down. That's another positive stat.
Well, I like some of you mentioned it earlier in the game that, Register was doing a good job managing little quick hitch passing plays. And when you got some possession receivers, that's a good thing. Chick did it earlier. When you needed 5 yards, he ran down the field, 6-yard turnaround. There's the pass, a good catch and throw. Those are the type of things with some of these possession guys that you can really make happen in the passing game.
It opens everything up, man.
Second down, and they're going to bat the ball at the line of scrimmage. They were trying to do the same thing there, just a quick hitch.
And now we got ourselves in a 3rd and 7, Mike. So that's what you don't want to get. You don't want to get behind the chains.
I was being friendly, and now I got the Go Texas A&M.
Oh man, you can't. You got to just know Mike Rogers.
Trust me, I do. Third down and 7. Register in the gun. Takes the snap. He's going to give it to Kennedy. Kennedy's fighting hard inside the 45-yard line, but not going to get much closer than the 43, so it's going to be 4th down. And Coach Mays has seen enough. He sends Boatwright into the game to punt it away.
Yeah, it's been sloppy kind of on offense the second half, man. But really since the first quarter.
It has. And I was going to say, I told you earlier, some of it had to do with field conditions or whatever. I think more of it's just been our offense has been a little sloppy.
Tim Sweat, our problem.
Hang on, Boatwright has a snap go over his head, but they threw the play dead.
Before that, I was getting with Tim Sweat. Tim Sweat, our property appraisers out there in Taylor, listening to us tonight, and say we sounding pretty good on the radio tonight. So.
Did he say what he was doing out in Taylor?
He didn't say what he was doing. Who knows?
He's just out in Taylor.
Hey, Tim, hope you're doing well.
Is there any type of hunting season open tomorrow?
Georgia's opening tomorrow, I think. I got a lot of boys going to Georgia tonight. Maybe they'll bring me some deer meat.
Nah, that's the only thing. I tell you, I used to love hunting, but past several years or whatever, just haven't had the chance. But while they go hunting, guess what? That opens up.
That opens up that lake for you.
Yeah, man. You go to the lake, and after one hunting season gets over in the early part of the year, you're going to have everybody fighting at the boat ramp. But guess what? When it's hunting season, they're not fighting at the boat ramp. It makes
it's everybody yourself.
It's very accessible. Wildcats called a timeout. I'm not even sure what happened there. We snapped the punt play over Boatwright's head, but
they blew it dead.
They had blown it dead before that.
Yeah, 8:48 left in the fourth quarter here. It looks like we're still going to be punting to the Buccaneers here.
Oh yeah, we definitely still punting away. I don't even know if they gave us 5 yards on a penalty there, but either way, we still punt in this situation. I think Coach Mays has basically seen enough. I think he's ready to pack it up and
get on the bus.
Yeah, I mean, you did what you had to do. The offense looked great early on. We got great defensive play tonight, and these conditions. We knew that some of this game was going to look ugly, right?
Oh yeah.
Just because of the conditions. Good punt by Boatwright drives the return man all the way back to the 5, but he gets a good return and he's out to the 30, 35-40, and he's going to finally be brought down by a Wildcat around the 45-yard line. So they actually take the ball on the punt return back to where the Wildcats had it.
Yep, great hustle there by 2. I think that is Landers.
Mike Landers comes in there on the play. Talked to his dad, Timmy, before the game. He's down here. He's a big Wildcat fan. One of those guys I played Little League baseball with. His dad, Eldon Landers, was one of my coaches back in Little League a long time ago. Timmy Landers, Mike Landers' dad.
What year was that?
Well, are you trying to make a joke?
No, I'm curious.
So I would have started playing in the Baker County Little League around 1978. That would have put me at 5 years old.
Yeah.
So I moved up pretty quickly, though. I think I played 1 year of T-ball, so I started with Coach Landers in minor league. And if you ever talk to Riley Roden, he'll tell you, because Coach Landers coached me and Riley for, 5, 6 years in a row, all the way from minor all the way through major. And
so you and Riley played together?
Oh, years. And
Riley ain't never had a problem telling us how good he is.
Yeah, Riley and I played pretty much on every team all the way through high school.
They coming out with 4 receivers on this side, Matt.
4 receivers to the right side. They got the penalty called back on the punt return, so they're all the way back to the 5-yard line. Catch is made on the near sideline, but he's not going far, maybe 2 or 3 yards.
Great play by Cale Cruz and Mike Landers again, man.
So I'd say that was around 1980. Could I ever tell you the story about why I'm a Phillies fan?
No.
Because I played for the Phillies in minor league and Baker County Little League for Coach Landers.
Well, you coached them yourself.
Well, that was later, but when I was in minor league in 1980 for the Phillies, I played third base. My favorite player was Mike Schmidt, that played third base. And guess who won the World Series in 1980?
The Phillies. Last time Georgia won a national championship.
It sure was.
Not Rogers, well, knowledge for you there, man.
Sure was, 1980.
Before, well, I'll say the last time.
Before, I don't even know. Did they win 2 in a row or just 1? 2, I think.
They won 2.
So if you remember that team, though, that team of Phillies in 1980, they had Pete Rose, Doug McGraw.
I don't remember, Mike. I wasn't born yet, but I can go back and...
Well, you could. Well, tell me if you remember any of these names. Pete Rose, Steve Carlton, Doug McGraw, Mike Schmidt, Larry Boa.
Pete Rose was on the Phillies?
Pete Rose was absolutely on the Phillies.
I thought he played for the Reds.
He did play for the Reds for a number of years, but he was on the World Series 1980 team with the Phillies.
Did he bet on that game?
I don't know. If he did, he won. But you'll remember Tug McGraw through the last pitch of the World Series, and they were playing the Royals. And the Royals had George Brett and Willie Wilson, all those guys. Greg Harrison, my neighbor growing up, and my good friend Greg Harrison, he's been a Royals fan forever. So he hates it when I talk about that. But
only Greg Harrison I like the Royals.
I think Tug McGraw struck out Willie Wilson, and you remember Tug McGraw threw his glove in the air. And that ended up being Tim McGraw's dad. There you go.
He didn't even know it at the time, I don't think.
Didn't even know it. Full circle, though, That's the way all these things happen. But that's how I became a Phillies fan.
Well, that's an interesting story.
Well, the same year, the Eagles went to the Super Bowl and played the Raiders. Now, the Eagles didn't win the Super Bowl that year, but I also became an Eagles fan that year.
So you're a Jags fan now, right?
I mean, yeah, I follow the Jags. But, when I was growing up, we didn't have the Jags. But, working for them for 26 years, I've been a fan. Pass play to the right side here, 6:55 to go in the quarter, and the Wildcats cover the pass play up. And First Coast cannot get out of the shadow of their end zone here, and they're going to have to punt it from way deep in the end zone.
Case Foster come out of nowhere right there, man.
Great tackle. Great tackle right there by Foster.
6 minutes, 45 seconds and counting, and the Buccaneers are punting the ball back to us right now. They're on end zone.
Okay, so bow season starts in Florida and Georgia. Oh, is it? And apparently, because of my story, I'm old.
Well, I'd have to agree with that.
Mike Rogers said he was 2 in 1980. Well, let me just tell you, Mike, if you were 2 in 1980, that only makes you 5 years younger than me. Can't be that old. Punt play coming out of the end zone, and we're going to hope not to rough him.
They tried to block it.
And the Wildcats are going to come up and cover the punt right around the 35, maybe the 33-yard line. So we're going to get great field position right here. Did he throw a flag in the end zone?
I don't see it.
They got back there. They were trying to block that punt. 6.5 minutes to go. Just to reset the scene here, the Wildcats up 23-0 over First Coast. Just a reminder to everybody listening in, we will be back at home next week. The JV team plays at 6 o'clock at Monday Memorial Stadium, and then Thursday there will be the homecoming parade there in McClenny, and then Friday the Wildcats will host the Baldwin Indians at home.
Can't wait to get back home, Mike.
I'm looking forward to sitting in there and talking some more college football with you next week, and we'll talk about these games, all these games that we talked about for tomorrow, which I'm excited to watch. I'd like to have one of those days tomorrow where I just kick it back on the couch and just watch some football.
Yeah, my wife always gets mad when I try to do that. So she finds something for me to do. I put a table together or put chairs together. I mean, I never get one of them days.
Yeah, well, it's tough to get them, but when you get them, you got to take advantage, right? But it'll be interesting to see what happens. I probably won't do that, actually. I'll probably try to lock in for that Florida kickoff at 3:30. But I might try to see if I can get a hold of that Florida State-Memphis game around noon.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I'd go fishing if I was you.
I just want to see how many fans they have.
No, man.
I'm joking. This is all just joking.
It is.
All right, 1st down and 10. Wildcats have it at the 32-yard line.
We got Twins out here with one guy.
Yeah, Twins out here on the left side. They've got one guy in coverage over here, so let's see if the Wildcats read that. He's asking for help.
There he comes. Look at him, Wildcats.
The officials are just letting them take all the time they need. 1st down play, going to hand it off this time.
Oh, great play.
New running back in there, but we toss it out to the right. Keyshawn Kennedy's going to run it near the 1st down marker. Who was the new running back with the clean jersey that didn't get the handoff, but a good fake by Rick?
I don't know. It was a great fake. He faked it into the new guy, and then he optioned it out to 4. Kennedy runs hard, Mike.
Check the number on that. We got a new running back in there.
It's going to be, looks like Delano Ruiz.
Okay, Delano Ruiz checks in there. I noticed he had a much cleaner jersey than everybody else. 1st down and 10. That was a 1st down run for Kennedy, and now Ruiz is going to get the carry on 1st down, and Ruiz is going to be stopped right there at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Delano is the brother of my buddy on the middle school team, Deshaun Ruiz.
Okay, there you go.
Very good football player, man.
You were telling me about him on the way over here tonight and how good of a player he is.
Big Seminole fan, too, so you know he's got his head on his shoulders the right way.
Yeah.
He calls me all the time, Coach Kyle, we're going to win. Last year I told him, yeah, Mike. This year I'm having to tell him, no, probably not to try.
Did you tell him they were going to win against Georgia?
Well, no, we had 18 starters out. I mean,
oh, goodness.
Mike, even Mike knows that was a glorified scrimmage.
Register going to hand it off here, keep it himself, and try to run up the middle. 5:42 to go, and even when we got great field position, Kyle, it's still been sloppy for this offense since the 1st quarter.
Yeah, we haven't been able to run the football, Mike, and that's the problem. It don't matter what league of football you're in, from high school, college, pro. If you can't run the football, it makes everything else tougher.
It makes it tough, but we want to take some momentum from this game, so I'd love to see them score here late just to keep that momentum going from this game into next week. Let's see.
Let's see if we try to throw it down the seam here again.
3rd down and 12. Register straight drop, looking to throw. Register fires one toward the end zone. He's got a beautiful pass, and there's a catch made. Hudson Hodges gets 2 feet down in the end zone, and Hudson Hodges has got a touchdown. What a beautiful throw by Register.
Great route by Hodges. Oh, throw to Register. You couldn't he put it at the back pylon, Mike. Hudson tiptoes, two toes in, and it's a touchdown for the Wildcats.
Now, that pass in the stat sheet's only going to be about a 22-yard touchdown pass. But let me tell you, from where he threw that on the field to the corner of the end zone over there, that's probably, a 45-yard pass in the air?
At least, and hit him in stride.
In stride, and a beautiful throw.
Beautiful. He's had some great, what's that, 3 touchdown passes tonight for us?
Yeah, that's 3, because Kanias Williams scored the 4th touchdown on a running play. So 3 passing touchdowns for Hudson Register tonight, and Brock Boatwright is 4 for 4 on extra points as the Cats have extended the lead to 30-0. Now, that's what I want to see, a little something to
take your momentum to next week. Take it into next week against a Baldwin team that's been pretty good lately.
Yeah, for sure. And a 30-0 lead here at First Coast late is great for this team to have some confidence leaving here. And you don't have to leave here saying, well, we hadn't scored since the first quarter. Nope, we scored in the fourth quarter, too. So that's great. A beautiful pass right there.
Yeah, it gives your young quarterback some confidence, too, man. So a night like tonight, it's always good to come out here and throw the ball around a little bit. I mean, we hadn't ran it well tonight, but I think the passing game's been a very positive thing for this Wildcat offense tonight.
I agree with you. We got to give a shout-out. I meant to mention it earlier tonight, but I want to give a shout-out to my buddy John Meadows and Corey back there at Glen Baptist, keeping us on the air tonight. They were happy we had an early start time tonight, so they could maybe get out of there a little bit.
Yeah, home a little earlier, huh?
Maybe. But we appreciate everything that Glen Baptist does for Baker County Wildcat athletics and the football team for sure. And John's got one that's on the Wildcat swim team. He was telling me about the swim team earlier today. And
yep, John Mobley's the coach of the
John Mobley.
John Mobley coached me in high school. John Mobley's got a cannon himself, man. He can throw a football.
He can throw a football. Well, he could. I tell you.
Well, he probably can't anymore, but he used to could throw a football.
I was telling you the story as I was talking to John Meadows before the game about the swim team, and John Mobley being the coach, Kyle, I was telling you that, here comes a run kickoff return for First Coast. Boatwright comes and makes a touchdown-saving tackle here on the near sideline.
The Wildcat players love it.
Hey, somebody texted me a while ago and told me it was quiet here, and I said it is. It's dead here. But Boatwright just woke this crowd up.
I like Boatwright, man.
And he's going to get in there on defense now.
No, they're going to let him play defense.
Look at that. Well, I was telling you that.
Oh, he's picking the tee up, Mike. He had such good form tackling there, we thought they was going to put him in at linebacker.
I thought he was. Well, Kyle, I was telling you, though, John Mobley and I, we graduated together back in 1991. So I already told you my age and everything tonight, so I'll just go ahead and tell you. John and I, we had Spanish class together.
Oh.
And I tell you, between he and I, we learned enough Spanish to pass that year, but that was tough. But John and I, we used to sit and talk about football every morning. Pass play to the left side and
Tail Cruz all over it.
Yeah, good tackle by the Cats. Yeah, John and I, that first period class, Kyle, you know how much I like to talk about sports, and I had John sitting there with me. It was first or second. I knew it was early, but we had Spanish class together, and John and I used to throw the football around a little bit. Man, I tell you, he did have a strong,
very strong. I'll tell you what else he could do. He was the best spatter of football cleats. You know, you get spatted, you take your cleats.
Yeah.
John Mobley was the best in the world.
Is that right?
Yeah, Todd Farber thought he could do it, but he couldn't do it.
I didn't know that about the cleats thing, but
he could do it, man. He taped them up.
Yeah, there you go. John, if you're listening, we'll give you a big hello. Second down run here, and the First Coast running back, Prince, is going to take it out across the 50 and into Wildcat territory to the 45. Just a burst of speed there, and he gets tackled in the secondary.
He's one player that looks good for them. He's quick.
For sure.
John Mobley's also a Seminole fan, huh?
Nah, I did know that, too. I did know that, too. And his son's a state trooper.
He is.
I found that out, too.
What, did he pull you over?
Did he really? Slow down, Mike. First down and 10 at the 45-yard line of the Wildcats. First Coast with the football. Handoff middle, and the Wildcats won't be fooled this time on the middle carry as they stuff him a yard deep in the backfield. It'll be second down. 3:30 to go. We've talked about just about everything in this second half tonight, Kyle, but the Wildcats are going to take a win home tonight.
They are. A much-needed win, Mike. I think confidence going into homecoming next week at home, and then you got a tough, 4-game road stretch coming up after that. Is that right?
That's what we were talking about. We get Baldwin at home next week, and then we go on the road 4 weeks in a row. The first one's at Tallahassee Godby, so that's going to be a long road trip in 2 weeks.
God's country.
Yeah, then we come back this way to Ponte Vedra, and then we turn right around and go back to Suwannee the following week, and then we go all the way down to Satellite, which is down there in the Merritt Island, Cocoa Beach area. So there's some road trips coming up, Kyle. I hope you're ready.
Oh, yeah. That looks like I ain't got no choice. We can't get Jackie Baker off the sideline.
No, Jackie's here with us, but didn't want to be seen with us, so he's sideline time tonight. All right, so now third down. First Coast has got the ball at the Wildcat 43-yard line. They face a 3rd and 8. Let's see if the Cats can stuff them here on 3rd and 4th down, and then we can run the clock out in this thing. 2.5 minutes to go.
You always want to get that shutout.
Quarterback in the shotgun. The ball's on the ground, and the ball's going to be recovered by the Cats. We might be able to just kneel this thing out.
Seth
Chestnut. There you go. And if anybody's listening that needs a nomination for a player of the game, there you go. Seth Chestnut's had a night. One whale of a night. I'd say defensive player of the game, Chestnut, and offensive player of the game, Hudson Register.
I'd agree with you. I couldn't argue a bit with that. And I'll be honest with you, Hudson Hodges had a heck of a night.
Oh, yeah. Receiving-wise, he came out tonight, a couple of big touchdown catches and some yardage. You know, if we had a stat guy up here, I'd give you some yardage. But the yardage has been good through the air tonight. And I think Register's probably had close to 70 yards or so on the ground.
Yeah, he's ran hard all night.
Yeah.
Looks like we got the freshman in, Nate Welch at quarterback.
Look at there. We were talking to his dad before the ball game, and he's wearing number 19 tonight. So he made sure to tell me. I was talking to Nate tonight, and he was telling me to make sure that if I didn't have 19 on the sheet, that let him know that's Nate Welch. And
he's a future star of the Wildcats.
Yeah,
I'm going to tell you, I coached him. He's a heck of a football player, a great mind, knows football. Yep. He's going to be a future star of this Wildcat football team. He's just getting started.
Freshman on this football team, number 19, and he's in there at offense now. So Hudson Register gets the rest of the night off. He played a great ball game. Nate Welch going to run this handoff over here, and I think that was Detron Ruiz that you talked about a moment ago, gets the carry.
Delano, that's his brother.
Delano, there you go. I'm sorry. You said that. But Nate Welch, I'll tell you a little story about Nate. You know, the guy loves baseball.
Oh, yeah. Heck of a baseball player, too.
Heck of a baseball player. He played on my Yankees team a couple of years ago, Kyle, and in the major leagues up there. And he told me, he said, Coach Mike, he goes, because he's a travel ball guy, too, but he wanted to play Major League and the Little League because he said, Coach Mike, I always just wanted to try one time, see if we could get to the Little League World Series. I said, well, let's try it. You never know.
Well, I'm sure you appreciate having him, I can tell you.
Oh, man. We had a time. He pitched his heart out a couple games for us up there, and he's a kid that loves sports. I'll tell you that.
A competitor, man. That's all you got. He's a competitor, man.
It's fun. I know his dad. You know, his dad runs little Debbie route there, and I see him dropping off in Little Debbie cakes at Dollar General, and we talk about we'll run into each other up there some mornings and just talk about football for a while.
Yeah, his dad's a very good football mind too. I coached him. Yeah. I'm telling you, he's going to be a future star. You remember the name Nate Welch?
Yeah, for sure. And good to see him getting a little action in there. Freshman on the team. You know, Hudson Register is just a junior, so Hudson's got another year, which is great, but that'll give Nate Welch a chance as a sophomore. Then he'll have junior and senior year to possibly take this thing over.
Yep.
Exciting stuff.
35 seconds running out here. It looks like we called a timeout. We're about to punt it away. So I think this thing is getting winding down, Matt.
Well, we'll let John Meadows and Corey know that we'll send this thing back to you in just a few moments, and we'll get out of here. But almost 9 o'clock Eastern on the clock, and the Wildcats. Exciting stuff. We're going to get out of here with a big win tonight. So the Wildcats, Kyle, are going to move to 2-1 on the season. 2 wins now against 1 loss, and we're going to head back home next week. Will be homecoming. Kickoff will be at 7 o'clock next Friday night at Memorial Stadium. We'll take on Baldwin on homecoming night. So I know a lot of festivities will be happening in homecoming week and all that stuff. It'll be an exciting week around Baker County.
It will be, man. Looking forward to it.
Me and you both, Kyle. Maybe we should put a Wildcat radio float in the Baker County parade.
Who's gonna decorate it?
I don't have anybody. We'll just skip that one.
Bad idea.
Bad idea. All right, well, 35 seconds. Boatwright's going to punt one away here. Let's see if he can pin them deep, and he can kick it. He can. They're going to fumble the return right there at the 15, but he jumps back on it. So they're going to have about one more play here, and then we'll be able to get out of here with a Wildcat win.
Yeah, all in all, Mike, I think it was a nice step in the right direction for the offense tonight. I mean, I think the passing game, the intermediate passing game, and the vertical passing game, man, that's going to open up the run. You put that on tape, and I think it moves the defense back a little bit. You know what I mean? It opens up running game for you, and that's what we need to do. We're a team that wants to run the football. Didn't do it well tonight, but we threw the ball well. So,
well, we had some of those moments, you know, where there were some good runs, and then there were some runs where we had good runs, and then flag called things back. You know, some kind of block in the back or something downfield. You know, got to work on that. But I like what you were talking about with the passing game, opening that up, because that will only help improve things as you go. So
you can tell the register's getting more comfortable game by game.
And it looks good. The offense looks good in spots, right?
Yep.
In spots, they look really good. First coach going to run the football straight ahead here on first down. That's going to be close to the last play of the game. I know they're not going to call a timeout, so clock's going to run, and that's going to do it, Kyle. We appreciate all the Wildcat fans listening in here tonight, and we hope all the Wildcat fans travel home safe here tonight from First Coast. And it's been a fun night with you here, Kyle. Look forward to talking to you next week back at home. Give me your final thoughts here as we get ready to leave.
Great win for the Wildcats tonight. 30-0. Defense stout again. Offense, I think, gained some ground tonight in what they're trying to accomplish and what they're trying to do. I think the future's bright for this Wildcat football team.
Yeah, we saw some things from some young guys. You know, Hudson Hodges, some big plays. You know, you already know what you're going to get from Chase Phillips. The guy's got a ton of speed. He had a touchdown pass. Kanias Williams running hard. Yeah, running hard. So offensively, you know, you saw that from some of those playmakers. You saw Rhett Roden had 3 or 4 catches. You had a couple of other guys that made some catches tonight. So, yeah, not only did we see some things through the passing game, but we had several receivers catching the football. So y'all
absolutely a step in the right direction.
Step in the right direction. And that's about all you can say about that. 30-0, the Wildcats win. John Meadows, we were giving you the shout-out earlier, but now we're going to send it back to you and tell you that we hope everybody has a great night and a great weekend. Look forward to talking to you next Friday night. Good night, everybody.